Know when you see them, cause they're so real. Already know exactly how you feel. See the head, not like seeing a steeple. You damn well know they're one of the people. Nobody breaks us, cause nobody made us. And no one can take this, cause we got their fix. We are the people, we are the people, we are the people. Don't mess with this.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We are here for the Friday edition of Patrick and the People, and it is going to be another great show today. I'm super excited about it.
Yes.
What's going on, buddy?
What's up, man?
Man, we got a lot going on. Today we've got Fatboi Yo coming in with Vic.
Yes.
Vic, who's the Master P of Little Rock, and Fatboi Yo is one of his
Up-and-coming rappers.
up-and-coming rappers on the roster. We're going to talk to those folks and visit with them and hear what they got to spit. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And we've got XFL Jim today, which is exciting. Always exciting. The Rant today. May have a comedian today. I'm not sure if I haven't heard yet if they're coming in or not, but I assume they will be. What's been going on with you, man?
Man, this bracket.
I know, right, man? Last night, what a heartbreaker. I don't know how many
Man.
people stayed up to watch the Hogs play Texas Tech, but man, we had them down by 13. Matter of fact, we led the whole game.
I thought it was gonna be Razorbacks. It's that chord again.
Yes, that cord. Just put it there. You go. Back there
It's
on the
always
leg.
me.
Yeah, that cord makes. I don't know why it does that.
But yeah.
No, it was crazy, man. It was such a back and forth game at the very end, and I thought we were going to get it, but as we often do, we did
Sometimes
not.
do.
Yeah, no, we didn't. But I do think we've got a good team for next year.
Man, yes, solid. Unless everybody starts jumping, ship on the NILs and, the portals and all that crap.
Well, hopefully not with Calipari.
That's a solid coach, man.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great coach, and he proved it this year. I mean, he almost made it to the Elite Eight with a team short of, a couple of key players and not even really gelled together yet.
They started 0-5 or something like that.
Yeah, they started 0-5. So
he really brought them together.
No, he did a hell of a good job coaching and motivating these guys.
Because it could have really went left.
Yeah, no, I was surprised when they beat St. John's, and I thought, they gave them everything they wanted last night at Texas
Yeah, they
Tech.
almost got to the Elite Eight. I mean, they were,
almost
like you
made
said,
it.
1 point away from the Elite Eight, pretty much.
And I thought if they beat them, I was like, they may go all the
Man,
way.
yeah, because, they're one of them streaky teams you got to watch out
Yeah,
for.
they'd be giant killers then, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If the people are out there this morning, thank you for being there. We appreciate you guys,
Always.
everybody out there, and let us know what you're interested in today. We'd love to talk about that.
Yes.
Brandon said, good morning. What's up? Tasha
up?
said, good morning. Hope you have a blessed Friday.
You
We
as well.
already are. Kristen said, good morning. Happy Friday. I'll watch what I can, but I'm doing Walmart deliveries
She's
today.
out getting that hustle on, man.
Oh, she's out there hustling Walmart deliveries. Is that the new one called Sparklight?
Yeah, she does the Spark. It's not,
So how is that different?
she can pick if she wants to go in there and shop, so she can get paid to shop, or she can get paid to just drop off the food, or she can get paid to do both.
Oh, okay. So
see what
you
I'm
can
saying?
either just deliver or you can shop and deliver.
Yeah, and she likes going in there and just picking up 20 hits and just dropping it. It has it all on your maps already mapped out which way to go,
Yeah.
who's first, you know what I'm saying? So you stay in the order and stuff. And she'll knock one of those out and she'll make pretty good money, and then she gets tips off of it and stuff like that.
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's dope. It's pretty good, little money side
Yeah,
hustle.
I mean, like she says, she just sits at home on Friday and Saturday, and she's like, I can make some money while I'm sitting here. I'm like, yeah.
So roughly how much could you make doing that on average?
I mean, she makes more hourly than she does at her job. I put it like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe I should do that on the side.
It's not a bad side gig.
No,
man.
it'd be good for me because you could probably pick and choose when you do it.
Yeah, and that's what the whole thing is. You can just be sitting at home, not having nothing to do, and just pick it up and see if there's orders going through. And if there is, just jump in your car, run to Walmart, and make
do
you
it.
a quick little
Hell
20, 30
yeah.
bucks, man.
I like that.
It's a good little hustle, man.
That is a good hustle, man. I need to look into that. All right. Let's get to some news you can use here and see what's going on. The search for 4 U.S. Army soldiers in Lithuania is now a recovery mission, according to the Minister of Defense. They were based at Fort Stewart, Georgia, went missing Tuesday during a tactical exercise near the Belarus border. Their M88 Hercules armored recovery vehicle found submerged in muddy, sludgy water the next day. It's believed to have sunk into a swamp, possibly reaching about 16 feet below the surface.
Man,
Yeah,
is it
that's
like a sinkhole or something, pretty
I
much?
guess something like that, like quicksand
Yeah.
or quick mud, something like
That's
that.
wild, man.
Looks like MLB wasn't ready for baseball's opening day, despite having a couple months to prepare for the amount of people that would watch the games on the site. It crashed about 3 p.m. Eastern. The outage began, and the outrage started spilling onto social media. One fan wrote, MLB TV being down on opening day is peak disaster class. Inexcusable to be this unprepared. MLB trying to attract a younger crowd. This did not help them with that. Many people are fans of teams that are out of their area, and MLB.com, the only legal way to do that. Let's see what else is going on. Will Smith, he's got a new album. Yeah.
Don't care.
No. Does anybody care? It's his first album in 20 years. You're not going to go get it and bump
It's
it?
gonna flop, man. I mean, I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of people push it, but not like he used to. I don't think.
Let's
he could
see.
hit the numbers.
He's got Tiana Taylor, Joyner Lucas, and his son Jaden on there. Will that
Joyner
help?
Lucas is a good, solid one, but everybody else don't.
No, Jaden's not going to help you.
I
You want it
would-
more? Okay. All
Ain't
right.
gonna make me listen to it.
The tragedy of the deaths of Gene Hackman and his wife, Betsy, has
This is
taken
some
another
crazy,
twist.
wild stuff, man.
Their bodies are still at the morgue. Gene Hackman and his wife found dead in late February in their home. TMZ reports both bodies still unclaimed. Officials say it's not totally unusual for bodies to be unclaimed, but they're a little surprised a month later it's not handled. Hackman had said he had a difficult relationship with his kids. He wasn't around much while they were growing up. His wife died from hantavirus, and the actor died from heart disease and advanced Alzheimer's. So his kids are like, nah, you
They're
can
too
keep
busy
it.
trying to get that money to claim the body, man.
You're probably right.
Like they're fighting with the lawyers, man. They done forgot about the poor dude.
You're right.
That's horrible.
Letting an exotic pet escape can cost you big money. The owner of a kangaroo found that out in Florida. They'll have to pay $1,000 in fines. He had to go to court over it, pleaded no contest because he had a kangaroo without a permit, and it escaped last October when a bear entered its enclosure.
But yeah.
Yeah, I'd keep running too if a bear
Man,
came
my
in.
buddy got in trouble like that when we was growing up. He had a goat and it escaped, and they got him for like all the goat
For a
poop.
goat?
Yeah, they tried to make him pay. The city tried to make him pay for all the goat poop
For-
and
for
all
a
the
goat?
stuff. Like he tore up and stuff. Like the city tried to make him pay for it.
Really?
Yeah, he never. I don't know what happened.
The suspected Gilgo Beach serial killer making news on many fronts. Rex Heerman's lawyers expected to ask a judge to throw out quite a chunk of DNA evidence prosecutors are leaning on. They're objecting to how the testing was done, saying it's never been done before in a New York trial. The New York Post quoted from an upcoming Netflix docuseries about the case says Heerman weirded out his neighbors and the kids would skip the house on Halloween. Meanwhile, he and his wife filed for settlement for their divorce yesterday. Yeah, I bet she couldn't wait to be done with that.
Kids skipping the house for Halloween.
Man,
That's pretty funny.
that's crazy, man. Wisconsin Zoo trying to recapture a pair of escaped otters was thwarted by raccoons. The new zoo and adventure park in Green Bay has been trying to catch the otters since March 20th and came so close after setting traps. Unfortunately, the only thing that went in them are the raccoons that set them off. So now they're going to try different traps. If you need to know, Megan Fox just gave birth to her fourth child. It's her first with Machine Gun Kelly. Just in time, they split last November. So
That is gonna be a wild kid when he gets older.
all three of her kids are trans.
Are they really?
All three. All three.
Wow, I didn't know
What's
that.
the irony of what's the odds there? 1 billion to 1?
Man, yeah, that sounds like some grooming almost.
Doesn't it? A little
That's a little something. Yeah, something.
bit. A woman in Germany has just given birth to her 10th child at age 66. That's right. She did not
Go,
use.
G-Mall.
She didn't use fertility drugs. She had no trouble conceiving. Her new baby, Philip, born March 19th, he joins the siblings who are 46, 36, 12, 12, 10, 8, 7, 4, and 2.
You ain't ever getting out of that. Like,
No,
she's-
all you do is raise babies.
Yeah, for the.
That's it. You are a baby raiser. A Department of Homeland Security staff member facing disciplinary action after accidentally adding a journalist to the internal email chain that contains sensitive information. They haven't publicly disclosed the content, but officials confirmed the journalist didn't leak the information. The email problem drawing comparisons to the other one with the signal thing. Oh, this is good. As wildfires burned across Oklahoma, 95-year-old Arzella Dennis was rescued from her burning home by a passing driver named Matt Leverage. He was checking in on his sister when he spotted the flames, called 911, rushed into the smoke-filled house, pulled Dennis to safety. She did lose her home and all her belongings, but is grateful to be alive. So, yeah, that's
Lucky he drove by.
no doubt about it, right? Jonathan Stanley's poorly attended book signing gained unexpected attention after a woman shared a TikTok video of him sitting alone at the event. That video went viral. It catapulted his book on top of Amazon, drawing widespread praise and earning him thousands of new fans. He's expressed a deep gratitude for that.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So he had a book. He had a book signing. Nobody showed up. They made a video, and now it's a bestseller.
That's got to be the worst, though, man, sitting there.
Oh, hell yeah.
Push something when you're like, I'm going to give him my autograph, and then nobody wants it.
No, just
That's
hear
horrible,
crickets.
man.
Yeah. 13, Joshua Suddeth from Conyers, Georgia. He's been accepted into 27 colleges, received 7 full-ride scholarships, including one from Morehouse College. He attends Hill Academy, where he's known for his humility and academic excellence. He's already interning at a district attorney's office.
Damn.
He's 13, people.
Baller.
Joshua plans to study international affairs and aims to become a developmental engineer focused on helping others.
Damn.
That's
That
pretty
kid's
good.
going to do some stuff.
Shit, he's better off than I am.
Right now.
He's 13.
Done did more than me.
Evanescence released their new song titled Afterlife, co-written by lead singer Amy Lee, produced by Alex Seaver, also known as Mako. An alternate version of it will feature multiple times in Netflix's upcoming animated series Devil May Cry, which is based on the popular video game from Capcom. So the song's out there for everybody. If you're a Evanescence fan, go get it. Christy and Paula Keogh have been held in a Mexican prison for 22 days over a timeshare
This
dispute.
is wild, man.
They were arrested when they got in Cancun after they disputed over $100,000 in charges with American Express. Mexican authorities considered the dispute fraudulent, even though American Express agreed that with the Keoghs and reversed the charges, and a judge has allowed the Mexican case against them to proceed.
That
Man,
ain't
can
right.
you imagine that?
Man, yeah.
Now, I don't know what happened. If they bought a timeshare with their card and then immediately left and canceled
Right.
it, I might understand that.
There's probably not all the details, you know what I'm saying?
But you are in Mexico, and you better act right, because they don't play over there.
No. My mom's always scared I'm going to get in trouble when I go out of the country like that.
I can see it. The Dark Knight has gone down in history as probably one of the greatest superhero films ever, maybe the favorite Batman movie of all time. Thanks in no small part to the performance of Heath Ledger as the Joker. Michael Caine, who played Alfred, took a look back at the film and spoke about how working with Ledger affected him. He said seeing him in the smeared makeup, the weird hair, the strange voice, he said it was chilling. He said it floored me the first time I saw him. I was terrified. He said that performance forced everyone to raise the game.
That was an awesome performance like that, yeah.
Yeah, no, that was a career.
Nobody will ever touch that Joker performance.
No, you're right. It was top notch all the way. A little bit of sports here. The ultra violent act of pretending to wipe your nose is now banned by the NFL. How stupid is this? The delicate minds of children everywhere being saved thanks to the latest move by the league's rules gurus. Now any player seen making the motion of wiping his nose across his face mask gets a 15-yard unsportsmanlike penalty because it's considered a violent gesture.
Is it like, are they smelling blood? Is that what the whole...
I don't know what it is, but it's so stupid.
No, it is, yeah.
Let these people play ball, man. Stop it.
Are they going to stop the ice vein saying that to the...
They'll try to stop
next,
anything.
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
right. Aaron Rodgers is continuing another darkness retreat, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, no.
He's got the Steelers in the dark when it comes to his 2025 plans. Adam Schefter says absolutely no one knows what he's thinking right now as far as the future goes, and if he'll even play in 2025. Sucks for Pittsburgh. Their current quarterback depth consists of Mason Rudolph and Skylar Thompson, neither of which inspire much confidence. The Vikings aren't officially done talking to him. While they want J.J. McCarthy to be their number one caller, they're now saying it's not a 100% done deal, and trying to nab Rodgers is not off the table.
I don't think Rodgers knows what Rodgers going to do.
Yeah. And you know, it might be time for him to go, really. I mean, are you really going to win a Super Bowl showing up at Pittsburgh?
No.
I mean, I don't know if you will.
I guess they're wanting him to, inspire other quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? Teach or something like that. But other than that.
He's like, listen, I'm rich. My body hurts.
He's paid, man.
Yeah. While talking with Pat McAfee, LeBron James dropped a conspiracy theory that probably caused the commissioner's head to rotate 360 degrees. Going into the 2003 NBA draft, the Cavaliers and Nuggets both had a 22.5% chance of getting the first pick, with James being the no doubt number one pick. The better story would have been James going to his hometown team. Talking about that, James said, listen, man, during the lottery, Cleveland got the number one pick. I don't think that was, what a coincidence, huh? Let's keep LeBron home. With that, James added, you know what? Patrick Ewing to the Knicks. You know what? Derrick Rose to the Bulls. I understand the assignment, guys. Does he ever stop whining?
No, and that's what I was thinking the whole interview the other day when I seen it.
It's just like, what are you whining about,
man,
bitch? You are so rich. You're one of the greatest to ever play the game. You've accomplished everything just about you can accomplish and then some in basketball, and you're still whining.
Yeah.
Stop whining, bro.
I like LeBron, but he is a big
No, I mean, I love his game.
Yes.
But I do get tired of that.
His court antics kind of get me sometimes.
They do, it does. 4 games down and 4 to go. Here are the finals from last night's March Madness action. Alabama destroyed BYU 113-88. They reminded them that we're real.
Mm-hmm.
Florida took down Maryland not so easily, but 87-71. It was back and forth for a little bit, then Florida became Florida again. Duke beat Arizona 100-93. You might have thought Duke would have handled that more handily.
Man, yeah. It was neck and neck for a while. In the first part, it was neck and neck first half.
And again, the heartbreaker, Tech defeated Arkansas in overtime 85-83.
A lot of y'all mad this morning.
Yeah. Tonight's game schedules are 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Ole Miss, number 6, versus number 2, Michigan State. 7:39 Eastern Time, number 3, Kentucky versus number 2, Tennessee. I have Kentucky in that game.
Which one of the Michigans has a 7-footer? I think it's Michigan, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, they play at 9:39, number 5, Michigan versus number 1, Auburn.
That
Auburn
might be a good game, man.
Auburn has shown some weakness.
That's what I'm saying. That might be a good game. Michigan might pull that off.
Surprisingly, 10:09 Eastern Time, number 4, Purdue, and number 1, Houston.
I got
Purdue
Houston.
is pretty strong.
They are, but I got Houston on this one.
Oh, I do too.
I think Purdue's run's going to stop tonight.
You think it ends now, much like Arkansas's
Yeah.
did? Okay, fair enough on that. Let's see. I think that is all the news that we've got. Let's take a quick break. Let me mention this. If you're looking for a vehicle, why haven't you been to Fitz Auto?
Right.
Just go there and be done. You don't have to drive all around the state unless you just want to, because once you get to Fitz Auto, you're going to be like, yep, this is what I'm doing.
That's the ride I need.
Because I'm going to tell you, the average new vehicle right now in this country, I'm not kidding, is $49,000.
It's insane.
The average new vehicle. I promise you they're not running that amount at Fitz.
No.
Late models, low miles save a hell of a lot of money and get a great vehicle, even with difficult credit history. They're their own bank, So go to fitzauto.com or in person at 8421 Stagecoach Road in Little Rock. So another new song for you today. This is a good one. It's a rocker. I'll do some other genres this coming week. I've been on some harder rock this week, but I really like this song, and I think you guys will as well.
Darkness is coming, nightfall be here soon. On the verge of seeing my own tragic ruin. In the pitch black ink, monsters they do seek to prey on and torment those who are weak. I'm looking for you. I need you to reach down, pull me through. Can you? Could you? Would you? Can you pull me through? So many creatures looking to gnaw my bones. I wish there were detours, but my monsters are all homegrown. No, my monsters are all homegrown. Like a field full of fears, growing strong in the wild. It's time to come with me. Oh, my child, my child, my child, my sweet, sweet child. So many creatures looking to gnaw on my bones. I wish there were detours, but my monsters are all homegrown. No, my monsters are all homegrown. I'm looking for you. I need you to reach down, pull me through. Can you? Could you? Would you? Can you pull me through? The monsters are coming. Could you? Would you? Can you pull me through?
All right, we are back. Yeah, baby.
What's up?
Here we go. Here we go. Listen to this, man. This is this is kind of wild. As far as stunts go to promote new items for sale, this one's pretty unique. Baby brand Frida has now launched a breast milk flavored ice cream to promote its new breast pump. Yeah, the ice cream, which doesn't contain actual breast milk, is designed to mimic the taste, described as sweet, nutty, and slightly salty.
Good on that, man.
Also includes nutrients similar to those found in breast milk, like omega-3s, calcium, and iron. Not quite ready to be eaten, though. Fittingly enough, the product will be available in 9 months, and interested people can sign up for an email list to stay abreast of updates.
Oh my God.
Would you wouldn't go for the breast milk ice cream there?
Sounds nasty. I don't know.
It does. It seems weird, doesn't
They
it?
say sweet. That's never good when the milk is sweet, you know?
No, I mean, I guess it's weird that we're so used to cow milk, we're fine with that, but human milk grosses us
I
out.
guess, man. Yeah.
But I don't mainly want many human fluids on me or.
Did your grandpa ever eat like the oatmeal, or not the oatmeal, but like the milk and the bread? It was like,
Oh, yeah.
What was that? Buttermilk.
Yeah, cornbread and buttermilk.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
my
was
dad did. Yeah.
nasty. Oh my
No,
god,
I wouldn't eat
tried
that.
one.
It's
Oh,
horrible. Man.
horrible.
No, it's it.
That's what that makes me think of when they say sweet milk.
Yeah, my dad made it for me once, and I took a bite, and I nearly
Oh yeah,
chucked.
that's
It
like
was the
some
nastiest thing ever.
depression,
Yeah.
like food.
No, that's exactly what it is. Depression era food. They didn't have anything else, so they ate crazy
I
stuff
was
like
like,
that.
hell no.
No,
girl,
man.
I can't do that.
No, hell no, I'm not doing that. That's no. No, I don't like buttermilk at all.
No.
Now Laura, she makes her ranch with buttermilk, and I guess that's good.
Is
I
that what they make ranch with or something?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't-
Well, sometimes, not always, but
I
yeah.
didn't know that.
When I met her, I said I'm not even a ranch fan,
No,
but she was buying the bottled kind, and I said, "Why aren't you buying the bottled kind? Why don't you make it? It's a lot better." And she said, "Well, I've never done it," and I said, "Well, hold on." And I went to the store and made it. She never looked back. She only eats that now.
Created a monster.
Yeah, no, it's so much better when you make it than when you get it in a bottle
That's wild.
or some kind of dip.
You ever seen them make mayonnaise? That's disgusting. I don't ever want to eat it again after seeing that.
A
It's
lot
all
of people
liquid.
probably feel that way.
It's all liquid, and they stick a little thing in there,
And hydrogenate it or
and it
whatever
like
they call
fluffs up and turns into.
Yeah.
Man, I'm like,
Almost
oh.
like whipping it.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, because it's just mainly, what is it, eggs, vinegar, and
Yeah.
something else.
It's all liquid.
Yeah, no, it's
Ugh.
yeah, it's a little messed up.
Mm-hmm.
But do you like eggs? Do you eat eggs?
I like eggs and I like mayonnaise to a point. I can a little bit of I can't have a sandwich so like gooped on there. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? But I
no.
need it for the
Yeah,
the
just to
moisture.
moisten the
yeah,
sandwich.
but no, I don't want to taste it. Though.
No, do you like, will you eat Miracle Whip?
Miracle Whip over mayonnaise for sure.
Hell no, man.
I'm
What's
sorry,
no,
man. It's
hell
got too
no.
much of that vinegar in it.
No, that Miracle Whip tang ain't no good to me. I don't want nothing to do with that crap, man.
When the poor people had the
I know, we grew up on Miracle Whip, and I
Miracle
finally
Whip.
tasted mayonnaise when I was 14 and went, "What is this shit you're giving me, Mom? You can't
See,
afford mayo?"
I spent the night at a friend's house and his mom made his bologna sandwiches or something and I was like, what the hell is this? Like, is the meat bad? And he's like, what are you talking about? And it was the mayonnaise. I
Oh, it
just
was the
never had
mayo.
it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I guess depending on the mayo you get, right?
Right?
So this is for anybody out there thinking about maybe selling a home. Zillow has put something out. Everybody wants to get the best deal they can when they buy a home, but new research from Zillow finds home buyers are willing to pay more for homes with features like statement finishes and natural materials. One of the biggest surprises in this report is that the farmhouse aesthetic is losing its appeal. That's not at all shocking. It may be shocking to them, but farmhouse has been around forever and people are bored with it. So what is more popular? Something called organic modernism. It's about, sophisticated finishes, soapstone countertops, white oak floors, Venetian plaster walls, things like that. That's pretty expensive. But the report finds that quartz, which was the preferred countertop material for years, has been replaced by soapstone now.
Have you seen the light up marble?
No.
Man, that is legit. That's cool looking.
It lights
stuff.
up inside the
It's got-
marble?
Yeah, the marble like where the white lines are in it.
Oh,
Like,
that's so cool.
yeah.
Almost like light.
Pretty cool, man.
That is
I
dope.
bet it's
I haven't
expensive
seen
as hell
that.
though.
Wet rooms are also in demand.
Yeah.
These are waterproof spaces for showering and bathing, especially for people with kids or those who struggle with mobility issues. So the top 10 features that sell homes for more than expected, if it's remodeled: soapstone counter, a wet room, a white oak floor, a teak floor, Venetian plaster, outdoor shower.
Outdoor shower.
Who needs an outdoor shower?
Come on, people.
Renovated instead of remodeled. I'm not sure
The difference.
what exactly that difference is. New appliances and a dock. Well, yeah, if you have a dock, you're on a lake, so it's not the dock, it's the lake, asshole. When you put the dock, yeah, no, I just have a dock. Where does it go? Nowhere.
Man.
Just fish in the
the
dirt.
yard.
Yeah, fish in the grass over here. Come on, man, that's silly. Yeah, it is interesting, when you're helping people shop for homes, the different things that are critical to them because
Oh, yeah.
people are so different in what they want. Some people, it's the size of the house that matters most. You know.
You know what mine was when we built my house?
What?
I was like, I gotta have a jacuzzi tub.
Oh yeah.
And the wife was like, really? I was like, yes. I was like,
jetted
anything else
tub.
you can run with? I was like, I gotta have a jetted tub, man.
Yeah. Say, do you use it? That's what I thought.
Hopefully the 5th.
Yeah, just like everybody else. It seems great, and then it's like, it's so much
I've
work to
used
fill
a
it
couple
up.
times, but yes, it is. And then like getting it all hot because it's such
Yeah.
a big tub. And yeah.
Yeah, it takes forever,
Yeah.
and it's just like by the time it's done,
My
you're like,
back
I'm
hurts
going to
more
lay down.
by Brandon
Yeah.
over trying to get the water
That's
and
right.
everything else.
You got to get a real hot tub that you also won't use very often.
Right.
You just spend more for it, you know. Yeah, some people really are. The open trend is the biggest thing right now. I think that if I were going to say what's making a difference in home sales, it's homes that are more open. You know, the old closed off room style is a lot of people don't love
I
that.
like a nice bathroom. Like I like a big bathroom with one of them huge showers that you can walk
Yeah.
in with like multiple heads. Like that
Yeah.
would be my ultimate house with like a baller ass shower.
I agree with that, man.
Because if you got a dope shower, your rest of your house is gonna be legit.
Yeah, no, bathrooms and kitchens are what people love the most.
Yeah.
And I agree with you. A big walk-in shower.
Yeah.
I don't care if I have a tub at all, actually. I don't
yeah.
use them.
No, obviously.
No, but I said obviously. Oh, no, man.
I'm talking about me.
Oh,
I'm talking about my jetted pool.
oh
I
yeah,
never
yeah.
use.
No, I don't use mine. I just use the shower.
Yeah.
So,
No, yeah,
just a
everybody
dope
showers.
big shower.
Yes. With,
with
I want like the
sweet-ass-
multi heads hitting. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? At one time, just blows
Yeah, I
your
want it
hair
from
off.
the side and the middle, on the front and the back.
Or you can angle them like the square heads and
that's
stuff.
right,
Yeah.
where they hit every
bougie,
place.
Bougie. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's how you
I feel
get
like
real
I got an
clean.
enema in the shower.
Nobody wants to hear about that, bro. Nobody wanted to hear that this morning. It's way too early.
Wake up, people.
Yeah, it's funny as hell, man. So what are you going to do this weekend, man?
Probably watch some basketball and do a lot of piercing, man. We have been busy with spring break and people getting this tax money. I loving it, man. Keep it coming.
Staying busy, huh?
Yes, sir.
How many did you think you did yesterday?
Man, on my Monday, which is a Tuesday, I did at least 15 to 18 people.
Wow.
And that's banging for a Tuesday.
That sure is, man. That's crazy,
I wasn't
man.
expecting that.
Oh, I wasn't ready for that. I was trying to coast and take it easy that day.
Man, I ain't had an easy day in about 2.5, 3 weeks now. I've been pretty balls to the wall, man.
I'm tonight. I'm going to see Anthony Hamilton at Verizon. Is it still Verizon? Simmons.
Simmons.
Arena. Yeah.
So like the actual guys coming.
Yeah, Anthony Hamilton.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, he's a dope ass artist, man. He's got one of the best soul voices you've ever heard.
That's cool, man.
Yeah,
I didn't
he's-
even know he was coming in town and
Yeah,
stuff. Man.
Fantasia's opening, so that'll be pretty interesting too. You know, I'm not like I don't go out to buy her stuff or anything,
Right.
but I like him a lot, and I did see her back in the day on Idol. You know, so I'm sure she'll be good.
Yeah.
She has a real good voice. I mean, normally that's not my
Where's your
brand.
seat? You got good seats? Mid seats?
Yeah, no, we do have good seats. Yeah,
awesome.
we got seats in the lower mezzanine, stage, like the lowest part of the mezzanine where you can see the
How's
stage.
it
really
feel
good.
now having to actually buy your tickets to stuff?
I did buy my tickets. What are you talking
I'm talking
about?
about before.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? You didn't have to.
oh, no, it felt painful.
It sucks, don't it?
Yeah, no, it was.
They're pricey as shit.
It was about $4 for 4 of us to go. So yeah, no, it is not cheap to go see
No,
somebody. I was
man.
like, how much?
Exactly,
I'm
man.
sorry. You know what sucks too is Ticketmaster's such a shit hook.
Man.
Man, the tickets really are $75.
And then they get you that
No,
surge
wait.
charge.
Maybe it's $100. Yeah, and then they hit you with $25 a pop
Yeah. For
On that.
what?
service fee.
Yeah. I'm like,
I'm like, what are you doing? You're issuing a ticket, man. You rip off artists. You know how many tickets they sell a day?
yeah.
You know how much money they make off
Man.
that fee? It's just greed. It's terrible, man.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, I guess it beats. I don't know if it beats it or not. I remember as a kid, the way you get tickets, you go stand in line at the box office and wait in line.
Yes. Or I got lucky and got them on the radio. That's
Yeah,
about
you
the
could
only-
win them on the radio,
That's
but
about it, man.
but you go stand in line if it was a show coming that you really wanted
Oh, yeah.
to see,
You'd stand
you
in
get
that
your ass
line.
out there and you're going to be there for a
Yep.
few hours.
I can remember standing at Barton.
Oh yeah, no, all the time. I stood over at Barton
Yep.
waiting in line for tickets. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was the way to get them if you wanted good seats.
One of the last ones I did was Corn.
Oh,
The
yeah.
first time Corn came, I stood and got tickets.
Yeah. Was it good?
Yeah, it was awesome.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I
awesome.
saw Pearl Jam at Barton, and Eddie had just gotten out of jail the night before.
That's always
So he
awesome.
was extra pissed off. It was really a good show, man. He was fired up, boy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that was a great show.
We got some good memories in them places, man.
What would you say the best concert you've ever seen is? Do you have one?
Corn, Kid Rock, and Metallica at Dallas Stadium before it became Jerry's World.
Damn. So Korn,
Kid Rock,
and Metallica.
And
That's a
Metallica,
hell of a
but
lineup.
Check this out. Metallica's lead singer got drunk the night before and wouldn't come on stage. So everybody started we had a mini riot going on inside there. So they got together and they was like, all right, we're going to perform, but we're going to perform Metallica songs with Metallica's bands with Korn and Kid Rock doing the songs.
Really?
Yeah, so it was like a...
He really it was hung over?
Yeah, he was they said he was at his parents' house or something.
Oh, shit, man. So were you pissed or was
I
it?
was at first, they were throwing stuff and setting stuff on fire, and it was getting kind of crazy.
Of course.
Then they all settled down, and they're like, all right, we're going to do this. And then it ended up being a really good show, and then they gave us tickets to come back, but it was in Dallas, so I never
Yeah.
got to go back. But
So they all knew the words to the songs?
yeah, it was awesome, man.
Wow, that's wild, man. I mean, even
Seeing Kid Rock doing a Metallica song, it was pretty cool, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
and he pulled it off.
Yeah, all of them did. Korn did, yeah.
I
It
can
was
see
good,
that.
man.
That's crazy, man. That's you know what? That's probably a great memory
Yeah.
because that probably didn't happen to many people.
And the Ring of Honor was going around, and that's exactly where our seats was right underneath the Ring of Honor. And I remember people trying to tear the signs off of the Ring of Honor
wow.
and stuff. It was getting bad, man.
That's a dope show though, man.
Yeah, it ended up being. It could have went left real quick though, man.
The best show I've ever seen was Chris Brown actually in Memphis. That show, his dancing and
Man.
his lineup was so
It's like
good.
watching Michael Jackson.
Man, it was unbelievable. But my favorite show probably was Pink Floyd at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City.
I bet it was.
Man, they played the entire Dark Side of the Moon front to back and had the diva with them.
Did they have the lights going on?
Oh, hell yeah.
Hell
they
yeah,
did.
that'd be
Yeah,
awesome, man.
and that place holds 80,000 people.
That'd be sick.
I was blazing, man.
Hell yeah.
Me and my buddy went just
If
blazing.
you didn't, you need to be your ass kicked, man.
Yeah. And turned around, we light up a spliff. We're sitting there, in the stands, blazing, lighting up a spliff. And then look behind us, there's a 10-year-old kid with his parents. And I'm like, hey, you
Shouldn't have
brought
brought
your
him.
kid to Pink Floyd. This is what they're going to experience.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Cultural
Sorry,
experience.
not sorry. Your kid's getting ready to get stoned.
I went to a UGK concert and they got to shooting.
What?
Yes, it was horrible.
Oh, that's terrible. What do you mean they got to shoot? Who got to shoot?
This guy on stage hit somebody with the microphone stand, and then the whole club erupted, and then they got to shooting in there, and then everybody took off running out.
Damn.
It
Who
was
were they shooting
bad.
at?
It was some local artist had gotten into it, and they were fighting. It was bad.
That's
UGK
crazy.
didn't even come out.
I bet that was scary.
It was real scary.
Yeah, no, let me get out of here.
They grabbed me and my buddy, and all the people were laughing they got the white boys.
Don't let them die here. Don't let them die. That's hilarious.
It was hilarious. There's 4 of us. That's about it.
What's some other great shows you've seen, would you say?
Man, I've seen Korn a couple times. I've seen Kid Rock a couple times. Metallica a couple times, thanks to you.
Oh, yeah.
The Guns N' Roses tickets you got me. That was an awesome show.
Oh, yeah. That was a great, you wouldn't let them.
Yeah, I got you.
Guns N' Roses was a really good show, actually. Here, let's do this. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. You know what, as a real estate agent, I've seen lots of homes get caught up in probate. That's when somebody dies and they don't have a will. And the next thing you know, siblings are arguing over houses, possessions, cars, things like that. That is a nightmare you don't want any part of. You're going to need some help. You need someone with experience. You need Riggin Law. Okay, RigginLaw.com. Kristen Riggin there and her team are amazing at guiding you through this process. Look, you want to get what's coming to you, but you don't want to have to fight with everybody to get it. Just get Kristen to do the work for you. Go to RigginLaw.com. When you have questions, you have concerns about an inheritance, about anything like that, RigginLaw.com is the solution. Check them out. Have you been injured You need an attorney with a passion for people and an obsession with justice. That attorney is Tim Reed in Little Rock. Look, they've won $1.3 million in wrongful death, almost $1 million in medical malpractice and in insurance dispute. These guys know what they're doing, but more importantly, he's not a figurehead of some kind. He's not just some person on a poster with a picture of a rig or a smile or his dog with him. This is a real guy you can text with, you can talk to, and who will take good care of you. He'll work with you personally to get what you deserve. Check out reedfirm.com, reedfirm.com, or give him a call, 777-7333. We are back and joined with the headlining comedian at the Looney Bin tonight. Michael, how are you, man?
Doing well, man. How are you guys?
Good, good, good. So you're performing all weekend at the Looney Bin. Excited to have you in. How did you get into comedy, man?
Man, I've been doing stand-up for 25 years.
25 years. You're better.
Started the old way, man. I started in a comedy club.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you are a veteran, aren't you?
They don't do that. I didn't start with a viral video. Or
No,
anything.
you didn't do it that way. You actually went out and
I
and
actually
told
started out
jokes.
MCN, and then I became a middle, and then I became a headliner. That's how it works.
Yeah, that is
Should
how it
work,
works.
right?
That is
You know
how
what
it's
I
supposed to
mean?
work.
Yeah,
You're right.
Yes, I did. I started in Charlotte, North Carolina, in
Is that where you're from?
June 17th, 1998.
Wow. You know the day.
I know the day, and then that's pretty much it, man. Since then,
How old were you when you started?
26. I just graduated college. I went to school in Raleigh, North Carolina. I'm a Wolfpack grad.
Okay. All right. All right.
There, so I pull for anybody but the Tar Heels, man.
I see. So
For Hamas.
you probably wasn't over the Tar Heels. You weren't a Jordan fan, I'm guessing.
No, sir. My parents paid a lot of money for me to not like Michael Jordan.
Yeah. Well, I'll let you stay in here anyway. Tell me,
Kobe Bryant. Excuse me.
Kobe Bryant's awesome.
Excuse me.
Kobe Bryant's awesome. A great number 2. So tell me, what inspired you to do comedy? What got you into it?
Man, I was a communications major in college, and anytime I had to do a presentation in school, or even in high school, I think I would humor it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
My
yeah.
presentation had humor,
Yeah.
like a humor tint towards it. So, and then I remember my big thing growing up, if I was in the car with my dad, was trying to make him laugh.
Right.
If I could make my dad laugh, I could make anybody laugh.
That's right. Yeah, I
You know,
get you on that.
I graduated from school. I didn't know what I wanted to do, and I just started writing in a journal. It's weird. I just started writing in a journal. I've never done that before.
Yeah.
And I just walked into a comedy club and asked, like, how do you do this? And they taught a class at their comedy school.
Really?
Yeah. And you
Oh, that's interesting.
did like a 6-week comedy class, it was like a little community college class with 1 or 2 nights a week for 6 weeks, and then you have a little graduation where
Really?
everybody comes
That's
out and
wild, bro.
laughs at your terrible first 5 minutes.
Right, right.
You think you're great, and you come back the next week when there's an actual crowd in there that doesn't know you, and
Man,
you
they
realize
just
how
shit
bad
on
your
it.
first
Yeah.
5 minutes. Yeah,
Yeah, I've been there, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man, but it's
So going through college and doing all those presentations really helped you with being comfortable on stage, I would assume.
yeah. I always. A lot of comics, I think, come from a dark place. You know,
Yeah.
loners growing up, and you hear that story. Oh, I never really. I've always had fun being around people.
Me too.
You know what I mean? I always had a lot of
Absolutely.
friends. Always had different friends in
Yes.
different groups, and it's that's how my show kind of comes off. Is like, you're at my house, you're in my party. Let's hang out.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where I come from.
Okay.
And I was too lazy to learn how to play guitar, so.
So I feel my hands are too short of fingers for all that.
That's what Miss Goodson was the band teacher at Matthews Elementary School, and I'm still scarred because she told me my hands were too small to play the saxophone.
Oh, wow.
So she put me on the cornet.
Yeah.
The trumpet's gay cousin.
I played trumpet 4 years, man. I'm with you there. I wanted to play drums.
Cornet for like 4 days.
Yeah, they told me I didn't have enough rhythm to play drums, and I was heartbroken by that.
My mom was pissed because she put all that money in renting that
Cornet.
and
Yeah.
went straight back to the music score after.
So, were there any comedians when you were younger that you followed or
Tim
like?
Wilson. Do you guys know who Tim Wilson
I
was?
don't know Tim.
He's not around anymore, but he's from the South. He was from Columbus, Georgia.
Okay.
He's in the Georgia Music Hall of Fame.
Okay.
He wrote songs and just real topical, political, Southern. I think a lot of times to be a famous or well-known Southern, any type of entertainer, you have to be dar da da dar da dar dar.
Oh, yeah.
Dar da da dar da dar dar.
Got to go with the Larry.
You're not allowed
Larry
to be
routine.
Yeah, you're not allowed to be smart. You know what I mean? They don't
Well,
look at
that's what they'd like it to be. Yeah,
right,
you're
but
right.
that's the whole the whole thing. So I always looked at like Tim or guys like that gave respect and earned. You respected him. He was a storyteller. It doesn't get up there and be like, this is the dumbest common denominator of where we all come from.
Right.
We're all stupid. And then they dance around and light their head on fire, and then that's
Yeah,
Southern comedy. It's all hee-haw.
I've seen that a lot, and that is not the kind of comedy I like or do myself.
That's not where I come from.
No, me either at all. Have you done any film or television yet? Is that?
Oh yeah, man. I've been working on my second Dry Bar special.
Yeah.
I got 2 albums out on iTunes. One of them is called Pizza and Corn. I just finished my second one. It's called Thick Skin.
Yeah. Pizza and corn. I assume that's a throwback to the cafeteria.
Yes,
days.
sir. Absolutely.
Because for some reason, pizza and corn always came together. The rectangle pizza.
Yeah, with a white milk and a nutty.
Yeah, that's to get you chocolate milk. But but I'm with you. Yeah, that square pizza was the shit, though.
Yes.
Yeah,
I would eat that right
The
now.
name of my first album is called Pizza and Corn. That's been out a while, and I'm on Tour Records label.
Okay.
They've done 2 albums for me.
That's cool, man. That's cool. So, in 25 years, you've seen lots of different stages. You've worked probably with numerous people.
Little Rock is by far my favorite.
Of course it is, yes.
Wayne is my favorite comedy club owner.
Yes, ever, of all time. What was the moment in your career where you're standing on stage with someone or working with someone and you're like, holy shit, I can't believe this is my life?
I'm married to my second wife now, but we'll back up and go to my old life. I got married in 2008 for the first time.
Okay.
We got married in the Valley of Fire State Park in Las Vegas.
Okay.
And that week, I was fortunate enough to work at the Riviera Casino that whole week. And it's not there anymore. It was a historic room, but it's gone now. It's Old Vegas.
Okay.
And I was working with a fellow named Tony V. was the headliner. Have you ever seen a movie called When Stand Up Stood Out?
I have not
It's
seen
about the Boston scene when Stephen Wright?
that. Yeah, of course.
Okay, well, The Tonight Show, back then, obviously The Tonight Show was how you became famous.
That's
You're on
right.
The
You
Tonight
go
Show,
perform
that was
on
it,
the
you know what I
night
mean?
show. Yeah.
Johnny Carson wanted you, that was it.
Yeah.
So they sent people to Boston because it was back in the day when they actually had to go to the comedy club to see the comedians.
Yeah. They didn't have the internet to look
You
at them.
didn't send in a viral video. The movie is it's a documentary, and they go to Boston, and they're about to make Lenny. It's not Schultz. I can't remember his last name. Anyway, he was the big time popular comic in Boston at the time.
Okay.
And Tonight Show wanted to see him, but when they came to see the show, Stephen Wright just happened to be on the show, and the movie's about him becoming famous and the other guy and what happened in their lives and all that stuff. Anyway, it's about Boston, and Tony V's in that movie. He's a big time Boston comic. I didn't know him, but I was middling for him in Vegas, and he was really cool. We had a great week. That Friday, I've been there all week, and that Friday I finished my set and I come and sit in the back and I sit next to the MC, and there's a guy pacing in the back of the room.
Yeah.
It hasn't happened. I haven't seen this all week. I say to the MC, "Who the fuck is this? What's going on here?" And he said, "Oh, that's Bobcat." And I'm like,
Oh, wow.
And he said, "That's Bobcat Goldthwait. He's friends with Tony V. They grew up together in Boston, and he's going to tell stories, and the crowd doesn't know it." And I was like, "Oh, that's kind of cool." And he said, "Yeah, you think that's cool?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "You see that booth over there?" And he points across the room, and it's in the dark, and I can't. And he said, "Yeah, see that guy's in the booth over there?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "You know that guy's in the hat?" I'm like, "No." He said, "That's Robin Williams."
Oh, wow.
I said, "What?" And he said, "That's Robin Williams. He's friends with Tony, too, and they don't even know he's going to go up there and tell stories." So
Wow.
Robin Williams gets up out of the booth and goes up and tells stories to Tony V, and then after the show, we went and hung out in the kitchen, in the back, like Goodfellas, for about an hour and a half.
Really?
Pictures made with Robin Williams, and got to hang out with Robin Williams. That was the moment where I had to pinch myself.
Yeah, no, that would absolutely be one of those.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hindsight, I was fortunate enough to do a bunch of miles with Bill Burr.
Oh, wow, that is
And
big.
Mitch Hedberg was back in the day, and those two guys, man.
Did you know Eric Myers?
Yeah, he passed away a few years ago. Didn't he get hit by a car on the highway? Didn't he walking down the road or something?
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
a funny cat, yeah.
No, he was a good friend of mine. We used to book him regularly.
Isn't that how he passed away? He was walking down there. He got hit on the highway or something?
Yeah, he got hit on the highway. There's theories, but I don't want to get into that. But
Oh, yeah, there was a guy on the grassy knoll, too, right?
no, but I'm saying that Eric was one of those guys who really struggled. You
Yeah, I
know?
know.
He really
stand up,
struggled.
man.
Yeah, no, well, a lot of people do.
That was Hedberg.
Yeah, Hedberg was amazing, though.
Yeah, man. That was I bought an ant farm. Those guys did not grow shit.
Right? Yeah, no.
Well, that's all those. There was a whole group of those guys. Like they were part. The scene was more of a party. You know. I mean, I
Yeah,
remember back
Pablo
in the-
Picasso or Pablo
Francisco. Yeah, I did miles with Pablo.
Yeah.
I remember guys used to get, when I was starting out. I'd seen guys get paid in cocaine.
Oh, really?
You know what I mean? And you heard that story coming up.
Man, I never got that deal.
And me either, dog.
I missed
I'm
out.
just dropping that for Wayne right here this week.
Yeah, no, that one was.
This is a weird like distribution center here we're sitting in.
Yeah, that would be great though for somebody to just go. Would you mind if I just pay you in cocaine?
Yeah.
'Cause I probably would just go. Okay, let's.
And I used to drive a delivery van when I started doing stand up in Charlotte, and I would drop off maintenance supplies to apartment complexes while I was doing open mics. I was driving this van during the day, and no shit. I walked in this apartment complex one day, and the old lady, I knew her. She, I dropped stuff off before, so we were friendly. And she's like, "Hi, Michael," and she's on the phone, and I put the thing down. And she's got to sign my clipboard because it's like 1998. You know?
You're right.
And I'm waiting on her to sign it. She gets off the phone. And I hear her say on the phone, "Okay, I'll just have it here till you guys come pick it up." She hangs up the phone. And she's like, "Oh, gosh." And I was like, "What's going on?" Whatever her name was. And she said, "Oh, I was cleaning out an apartment somebody moved out of today, and I found this." And she reached under the desk and pulled out a bag of cocaine. It was as big as a submarine sandwich.
Oh, my God.
Dropped it on the desk, and I was just contemplated
Booking.
murdering her and taking that.
Yeah.
And then she said, "That was the police I was on the phone with. They're on their way.
No.
They're on their way
Yeah,
to
you
pick it up."
cancel. Tell them it's
Oh, I
flour.
happen to be undercover.
Yeah, tell them it's flour. You looked at it.
Yeah, she
You
said
were
it was
wrong.
up in a cabinet in an apartment. There.
Holy shit,
My
man.
name's as big
What-
as my forearm.
Either somebody got arrested or somebody had a lot
Somebody
of drugs.
missing their head now.
Yeah, because that's too much right there. I mean, that's a lot. So when you write comedy, how do you go about it?
All right.
You don't write.
As I fish, I will be on stage and I will make a comment about something, and if I get a chuckle, that's a fish on the line.
Okay, so you just
And then I
go with
build
what the
off
bite
of
is.
that. Pizza and corn started out just me mentioning pizza and corn.
Right.
And now if you've come to my show and I do that bit, it's a 10-minute bit.
Sure. Yeah. No, that's a
So
lot of
it's
times how
built
they
up.
flesh out.
The perfect example. I've been carrying this handkerchief around, so I talk about how I turn into my grandpa, and I can wipe my ass, your ass, change your oil, and all in one day.
Because of that.
My grandpa carried one of these around, and then I just said one time a couple weeks ago, I said, "Yeah, he had one of those," and then that squeezable looked like a vagina, and he'd squeeze it, and nickels would come out of it.
Oh yeah, I know what
Never
you
ran
mean.
out
The
of
coin
money.
purse. Yeah,
And people
that's
start
hilarious.
laughing, and now I can talk about that for 3 minutes on stage when it was just a comment.
No,
People start laughing. I'm like, "Yeah, it looked like," and I can just keep talking about it and keep acting like I'm doing it. And now, holy crap, that's a bit.
Yeah. I guess over time, if you have enough of that you've built up in a repertoire, you can just freestyle it and
You
go
just
with
kinda
whatever
find
they
out what's
throw
going-
you.
Yeah, I mean, it
Yeah, I could now for sure. When I started, there was no way I could have ever pulled
I used
that
to
off.
write my set on a napkin and put it around my beer, and then I'd put it on the stage and put my beer on it, and that was my cheat sheet.
I always had a set list. I would put it somewhere, either on a chair, on a table, on a
I
speaker.
I don't like doing. I'd rather do an hour on stage than 10 minutes
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
because I don't like that trying to figure out what I'm going to do and what I'm not going to do, and then you get into something that's not really. It's harder to get out. And
Yeah, 10 minutes is way too short to really accomplish.
Well,
I mean,
but
you
the
can do
attention
something,
span
but
of Americans is like 30 seconds now. So you need to do
well,
it.
if they come to the comedy club, they know it's more than that.
Oh yeah, the people that come to the comedy club.
Yeah, but outside of there, you're probably right. You're probably right about that.
It's all internet driven now, man.
Tell me about how you see the difference. Do you feel like the internet has helped comedy or hurt comedy?
Both.
Okay.
I think it's helped, like, in a way of music. People who are being unheard are being heard.
Right.
Normally be unheard are being heard, and I dig it. What I don't like about it is it's allowed people to narrow their if I would go to the mall, or the mall's not even open anymore. If I go to the gas station, I don't get to pick and choose who's in the gas station when I walk in there.
Right.
Those people are already in there.
Yeah.
And going to a comedy club, since we've all been around, back then, you'd go to a comedy club and perform, and it was just full of different people.
Yeah.
Now, some comics will narrow themselves down like, oh, well, this show is LBGTQ in a wheelchair,
very
born in
niche.
July,
Yeah.
on a Wednesday. So if that's your niche, come to this show. And they
Right.
can get 1,000 people to come out once.
Right.
But they're not putting themselves out there. They're just catering to like
To that one
people
market.
exactly like them, and that's
Yeah.
not what
That's
that's
not-
not what this art form is for.
No, the art form really is to reach everyone.
Right, like
you know?
not only gay people listen to Elton John.
That is true. As a matter of fact, I'm not gay, and I
Right.
listen to Elton John, so that's fair.
And
Surprisingly, I'm not
but
gay.
comedy so and people do that on their Facebook. Like they'll if someone doesn't agree with you, they'll just eliminate you.
Well,
And they
yeah,
end up
no,
being
you're right.
after a while, you're just hearing from people who agree with you.
Well, I learned several because I was in radio for 20 years before I started this, and I've always been very active on social media. I was an early adopter, and always had compelling conversations with all my friends and followers. Until all that
so-
hit
so
and
it's-
everything changed, and
election
everybody
starts
would
and
just start yelling.
everybody
at each
knows
other.
everybody thinks
I'm
they
like,
know everything. And
I'm just hosting an argument now, and I don't want to do that.
back to what we were talking about before, that class I took in Charlotte, I have the binder from that comedy class I took in '98. I still
wow.
have it, and it's like a legit. It could be a community college class if they really want it. And it was a little binder in there, and it's got a whole how to do comedy and how to start and how to get bookings and all.
Like a
this.
roadmap.
Not one word in that book it has the word internet.
Internet, right?
One word, and and now
Because it
that's-
probably wasn't the thing,
and I'm 52, so I'm just on the. It's like to me, it's like ecstasy. I barely missed it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
I
feel you.
just got. I mean, thank God that with the ecstasy thing, I'm glad it wasn't around when I wouldn't have graduated from college. I can tell you that.
No, it's been too much fun to
it
rub
would've been
things.
too. Yeah. So
Yeah, you know what I say? The internet is the great thing about it is exactly what you said. It equalizes the field. It gives
Levels the
voices
playing field.
a chance to be
Absolutely.
heard. Unfortunately, the bad side is it does the same thing because, when we were kids growing up, the only time you heard crazy people is if they were being arrested and put into a vehicle on the news.
now they can reach other crazy people.
That now they got their own followers and big pages, and they're crazy as hell.
Yeah.
But somehow they're famous, internet famous
My
anyway.
dad he'll read my Facebook, like if I put stuff on there, just cryptic stuff, like, oh, that was a first, or something like that. He'll call him, what's going on? Are you
Reading something into it?
Like, Dad, it's not real. Like, it's just, this is not how life is. But he won't text.
No,
I mean, he'll be on Facebook all day reading people's shit, but he won't. He doesn't know how to text. He's got a flip phone, but he'll know everybody's business. Like, what
Yeah.
are we doing?
that's funny because he doesn't exactly understand that you're fishing with that as
Yeah,
well.
like he does. He does. There's a whole generational gap in that whole. And like I said, I barely missed the social media thing. I'm not one of those guys. None of the guys or girls or guys that started doing stand up with me really cared about all that.
Right.
It wasn't a thing. And now, that's the first thing they care about.
Absolutely, it's the way they're going to connect with you and find you wherever you're going or follow
And
you
I
or
forget
whatever.
to say it from the stage. Like, and yesterday when we did Arkansas Style and stuff like that, like I don't remember to say, oh, find my Instagram, it's blah blah blah, and find this and blah blah blah, and locate
Right.
me on this Reddit, blah blah blah, and then the hard part is that if you get 1 million followers on one thing, the next month there's a new platform out.
Yeah, no, that's
You got to be that guy.
Yeah, I
mean,
think
you
we're
know,
on
how many
20.
Dane Cooks? How many Dane Cooks can we create off of MySpace,
Right.
Facebook, Instagram?
Well, we keep doing it.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not saying Matt Rife was all internet. He wasn't. I mean, he was doing crowd work, but the internet blew him up.
I think taking his shirt off.
That didn't hurt.
It worked for Bert Kreischer too. Man.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm sick of seeing his gut. I'll tell you, I wish.
Yeah,
he
he's
put
going to
a
be
damn
like
shirt
70
on.
years old doing
Yeah,
that.
put your shirt
I
on.
remember middling for that dude at the Funny Bones and Improvs quite a few
Really?
years ago, and he would come out to Black Betty
Yeah,
and dance with his shirt off like that.
really.
Yeah. He's a nice guy, but that's back to what I was saying. If he were Southern, that'd be, oh, that's the funniest Larry the Cable Guy bullshit you've ever seen.
Yeah.
That's great. Now,
Yeah.
why don't you get up there and
Right.
say something?
No, I don't. I like Bert the Conqueror. I enjoyed that persona of his. His stand-up's just okay to me. I mean, he's got a great one story, and then the rest of it is just okay. You know, I'm not knocking.
Guys
It's just,
guys and girls get so famous they can say anything and still get laughs.
no, you know, I've noticed this phenomena where that you know, the bigger you get, it seems like
easier.
they're doing less real material and more. Oh, this is who I.
it's hard,
You know,
though,
I
too,
was at
because
Jay-Z's party, or I'm doing this,
Yeah,
or
the internet too. It with YouTube and putting stuff out there immediately. It doesn't ever really give you when is a joke finished.
right.
Do you know what I mean? Like if I'm working on this joke and it's pretty funny, the wallet thing, for example. If I put it out there now, and it's just what I've come up with so far, and then in a week and a half, I'm like, oh my God, this line is perfect for that bit, and then I make that bit better. Do I go back and put the bit back up again? Because they're going to think, do you take it down? Do you take the original one down? Because songs come out when they're finished.
Right. But bits
As
aren't.
comics, we film our shows now at night, and the next day put it online, put
Right.
clips of it
I
online.
think you just keep rolling because, you know, it's just as much volume as you have,
Yeah, it's-
no one really notices that except for the.
That's my wife. I do a show every year.
goobers.
I do a show every year in Charlotte called Supper Jam, and I have a really good guitar teacher that's been a buddy of mine for a while. And I'll do I'll have a couple comics open, and I'll close, and then we'll do music while they're doing check drop, and we'll play. We closed with Skynyrd one year, and then last year we did Going Down by Freddie King. Anyway, I was telling my wife, I'm like, damn, this year I don't have a lot of new stuff I've been doing. Like these are all these people I know or have seen me before. They're coming out to the show.
Yeah.
And I'm nervous. I'm like, what am I going? I don't know what I'm going to talk about. And she said, they're just coming out to have a good time. They can't tell you what you said last year.
No,
They
oftentimes
don't. People.
that's the
But
case.
as comic, like every word is like, oh my God, man, did I?
No, you're
did they-
exactly-
did you know, we kill ourselves over.
Well, the reason I know that is, you know, I did perform, you know, throughout the country, but predominantly I performed a lot here in Arkansas because I went to non-traditional venues all over the state. I set up a tour that I did for over a decade here, you know,
You
so.
ever see a movie with David Cross where he went across the South and he did some comic book store here
I think so, yeah, I think I did see
and hung
that.
out in a comic book store? It's
Yeah.
really good, man. I think it's like David Cross Conquers America or something.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
did some alt venue here in Little Rock.
Yeah.
In that movie.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, they went and smoked weed at like a comic book store and all hung out in the dark in a comic book store.
Yeah, no, that's great. No, I would go all over the state, and I did it for over a decade. And you know, you do have to change your set if you're in this pond that much. So I'd have to write a new set every year for at least 10 years. I did, you know, a full set every year. You know, and so it was a lot of work to do that, but it was a good writing practice.
I lick my chops now, like on Wednesday at what's that horse racing place?
Oakland.
Like I didn't know anybody in there. And I'd lick my chops at that because I can do any. You know, you can do jokes from 100 years ago if you want to do them. They
Oh
don't know
yeah,
who you
you're
are.
good there. Yeah, for sure.
Going home and performing in front of all the people you grew up with and went to college with and went to high school with, and you know your ex girlfriends and everything and all that kind of stuff. That's some scary shit. So my hard part on that one is not getting hammered.
Right.
I self-medicate with beers and weed before a show. Like, oh, I don't want these people to think I'm, you know, not that good. And then when I do that, I'm not that good. Like,
Yeah,
you know, might as well just lock me in a closet and wait for me to come out to the stage, and I'll be a lot better than if you give me time to contemplate this whole thing.
That's exactly what happened to my wife. She's a stand-up or was a stand-up, and we had done a big event here, and John Reap, I brought him in.
We went to the same college.
You and John?
John Reap's an NC State Wolfpack grad.
Yeah.
He lives in Asheville.
Yeah.
Or Hickory. He's from Hickory. But
Yeah.
we went to the same school at the same time, and I've known John a long time.
Yeah, well, he came. You know, we brought him in for this event that I was doing, and a lot of highfalutin people from around town that came to support the charity and everything. And my wife was so anxious. The kids were our sons were finally old enough to see performances. They showed up, so everybody's there. And she the bartender was taking too good care of her, and because they love to take care of the comedians, they absolutely love it, and it will ruin you if you let them.
Absolutely, yeah. I've been ruined plenty of times.
I know that's right. And so she got. We were performing. They had a boxing match that day, so we just said, "We'll leave that. We'll use it as the stage." She got up there drunk, bounced about 3 or 4 times, and went, "Oh no!" And it didn't last long. I'll tell you that.
Man,
Yeah.
I've definitely been there. I think a lot of times I'd be way further along in my career if I could just teleport to the club when it's time to go on stage instead of having time to hang out with the bartenders.
Right.
You know, 'cause I love that. I love that whole. I love coming here and seeing, Tony the bartender who's been at the club since I've been doing stand up.
Right.
Anybody that works at this club here, you know them, and that whole thing's going away too.
See, I think
There's maybe
Right.
there's 2 loony bins now.
right.
You know how weird is that?
It is
You're
weird.
going through your life and you're thinking, you never think. Now I do. Now I come and I think, oh man, I hope this isn't one of the last times I get to see these guys.
Right.
But back, I was here for. That's another thing too, guys. I'm sorry that this place is probably going to get hit by a tornado today because every time I come to tomorrow.
Sunday.
Every time I come to Little Rock and work the club, something bad happens. I was here featuring during Hurricane Katrina.
Oh.
I was here headlining during the Newberry school shooting.
Oh, wow.
I was here when the building collapsed in Florida and killed the old people.
Man, something bad's gonna
Yeah,
happen.
dude. So wear your seatbelt, bro.
Okay, I think you're talking about teleporting to the club. I think the thing is for me is I think the hour before I perform is almost as good as the performance because
hate
I'm
being
in
talked to.
I'm in anticipation of it. I'm watching the room. I'm reading the room. I'm thinking about it.
I'm so anxious. I don't even want to.
No?
And I wear a cowboy hat too. When I'm doing stand up, so I'm very noticeable. I think.
Oh, I would imagine.
So it gies people like an opportunity to size you up.
Yeah.
And I just, man, I can't. I hate that shit. I hate not being able to hide before a show. And
Well, sometimes there's something to be said for the enigma of it.
oh yeah, it's definitely.
I get that.
My daughter was very cool. She told me. I said, man, She said, "How you doing about that show in Charlotte?" I'm just nervous. And she said, "You're not nervous. You're excited."
Yeah, well, it
I
feels
said, okay. That
feels
makes sense.
similar.
That's a good way to look at it. Like I'm not nervous or anxious. I'm excited, which is a good way to say it compared to being like, "Oh man, I'm just so damn nervous."
No, I'm nervous.
And another thing too about all that is we were talking. You'll notice now that back when I was doing open mics or when I was on the road all the time and there were open mics every Wednesday at a comedy club you'd work at, the thing was to do the open mic and then hang out and like become friends with other comics.
Yeah, you become familial.
You start
A clique.
a group of people that like have the same goal.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you see an open mic, as soon as they're done, they're gone.
Yeah.
There's none of that like wanting to hang out.
The
They wanna go home
camaraderie
and- They
and
want to go home to edit their video and put it online.
Right.
Or any-
Right, because they think that's where the action
Yeah, it's
is.
a whole different focus.
Yeah, and to some degree they're right, but on another,
Oh, they're very right. But,
They're still
as an old
missing
man, I'm like,
something.
well, fucking idiots.
So tell me, one new comedian today that you really like, someone newer.
Wow. Gosh. Does that have to be someone famous?
Well, yeah, it would help.
I don't even really know who all is famous. I don't even know about new. Newly famous. Nate.
Nate Bargatze.
I mean, he's
Bargatze.
been around. All,
He's been around a long
earned it.
time,
You know,
but
he's
everybody's
earned that.
talking about
I'm
him.
saying that because I think he deserves to be where he's at.
Yeah.
That's one of the guys that busted his ass and been on the road forever. There's a whole little group. But that's Nashville. Nashville's the new L.A.
Yeah, no,
You know what I
Nashville's
mean?
huge
Nashville's
right
the
now.
spot nowadays to be.
It really is. I've got some friends there, some musician friends, and it's
Yeah,
where
Zanies
it's at.
is. I mean, that place has been there a long, long time, and that's where I got to work with Hedberg and I mean a bunch of people there.
Yeah.
And that place is definitely Lucy Simshiner has turned that place around, and her husband's Aaron Weber.
Okay.
He's a good young comic too. Most
Yeah.
of the scene in Nashville is really, really good. I come from the Atlanta scene, but a lot of the guys and girls that I started with are not new comics. So it's. I
So,
like Mike Speenberg a lot. He's really funny.
Mike, let's do this before you have to get out of here. What you said earlier, you don't normally remember to tell people. If people do want to find you on social media, how would they do that?
CarolinaComic.com.
Okay, that's easy.
Yeah, and because it's
Nice
so hard
job.
to figure out Speenberg.
Well, yeah.
Well, I'm telling truth. I have to buy like my GoDaddy renewal 2 weeks ago was $500 because I have to own Speenberg.com 5 different ways you can spell it.
Yeah, because they'll
You
mess
know
it
what I
up.
mean? Because people can't spell. And then I just got CarolinaComic.com.
Why didn't you just use a fake last name?
Because no one told me when I started doing stand. I just started going up and open mics and being me. Now,
Yeah.
in hindsight, yes, you're right. But where the fuck were you fucking 25 years
25 years ago.
You know what I mean? Like, thanks for telling me that now.
Yeah,
Where were you? Where were you June 16th, 1998?
I was sucking up dirt with my sorry first wife. That's where I was. Yeah, just finding out she had banged the police officer that pulled her
Oh,
over.
you want to hear a good story? My neighbor Johnny Ray,
Poor
had
old Johnny.
triple bypass surgery recently. This is a true story. Had
Okay.
Triple bypass surgery recently, and his wife's an alcoholic, so she doesn't really help. So he called my wife and I and asked if we could help him walk up and down the driveway to get his energy back. So I've
Yeah.
been walking up and down the driveway. He's 61. He's from the town of Albemarle, where I live. I'm not from there.
I know where that is, yeah.
Albemarle, North Carolina. It's an old mill
Yeah.
town, and this dude's lived there forever. So he's country. He told me when he was 35, he got a vasectomy.
Okay.
So he had his wiener tied in a knot when he was 35. When he was 37, he was dating this chick, and he was banging her, obviously. And she turned around after he broke up with her and said that she was pregnant with his baby.
Oh.
Right? But he knew that was bullshit, so he went to court with the paperwork and showed that he had a vasectomy, and that wasn't his baby. They DNA tested the baby. You know who the daddy was?
Who?
Her brother.
Oh.
No kidding. I'm not making that. Isn't that
No,
great?
that's,
Yeah, man.
that's in North Carolina?
Albemarle, yeah, man. It's
Yeah.
Albemarle.
I just want to look at you, Arkansas, and say, have a proud
Yeah,
moment. That
yeah,
wasn't you.
Yeah.
Because
So,
typically
you think
that's
y'all are
where they
rednecks
hear.
here, man. We got y'all beat.
No, that's pretty solid redneckery there. When,
Sure it is.
yeah, nobody's going to mess with my sister but me. That's how it works. All right, so what time are the shows tonight, Wayne?
7:30 and 10.
7:30 and 10 tonight, and tomorrow?
7 and 9:30.
7 and 9:30 tomorrow at the Looney Bin in Little Rock. Look, Mike's been doing it 25 years. He's a veteran. Why don't you get out, see him, support the Looney Bin? Man, it'd be a great, great night for everybody. Thank you so much.
Guys, thanks for having me, man. I appreciate
hell
it. It's
yeah,
great,
Mike.
man. This is awesome. Thank you.
Man, thank you, man, for coming in. Let's do a break real quick, and we'll be back in just a minute, okay?
Through the rubble I rise, after being left for dead. Now I'm looking for trouble, all my gauges are red. Maybe to your dismay, to learn I'm not finished. I've not gone away, and I won't be diminished. I know how you want it to be. I know exactly what you expect. But if you're out and see me, you better damn well come correct. My head is on a swivel, not gonna be blindsided. It seems your very best play may have been short-sighted. The streets don't give a damn about your so-called pedigree. You think I'm on the lam, but I'll be the one you don't see. I know how you want it to be. I know exactly what you expect. But if you're out and see me, you better damn well come correct. Correct. I know you're walking proud, got that nose way up in the air. You just better hope we don't meet until then. Well, take care. I know how you want it to be. I know exactly what you expect. But if you're out and see me, you better damn well come correct. You better damn well come correct. Come correct. after being left for dead. And now I'm looking for trouble. All my gauges are red.
And we are back. And you know what, Chad, we got to do now, buddy?
Oh, yes. It's
You
that
know,
time.
it is that time. Let's get it done.
He's Patrick, he's an angry SOB. Patrick, are you freaking kidding me? Patrick, right here on PATB. Suck it, man, this guy is really pissed. Angry Patrick.
All right, let's get to it. Let's, as a matter of fact, let's start today's adventure in Tallahassee, Florida. Florida teens could work night shifts and 8 hours without a meal break, according to a controversial child labor bill that passed the first committee Tuesday. Under this bill, all 16-year-olds could work overnight and without a break after working for 8 hours, even when school is in. If passed, the measure would also apply to 14-year-olds who are enrolled in virtual school. This has some parents and child advocates up in arms. Are you freaking kidding me? You're damn right they're up in arms. Do you think a 14-year-old's fingers are anywhere close to small enough to assemble my iPhone? Only if they're full-on anorexic and they're always tired. No, if you're going to put the kids to work, let's quit playing around like it's recess and go full China. Let's be honest, not every kid is made for greatness. Do they really need to spell that well to make microchips? Do they really need algebra? Yeah, as much as a hungry hooker needs a combo lock on her catcher's mitt. No, what they need are dainty fingers, low appetites, and a willingness to put in overtime when my new iPhone's coming out. Also, for what it's worth, they're fun size for sending into crawl spaces for repairs under homes. I know Eaton's only 9, but he's dumb as a box of rocks. You want to put him through school, make him focus on learning when he needs to learn how to clock in on time. You push it like this, line up the date, nudge it back, boom, you're clocked in. Why are you standing here looking at me? You want the new Star Wars action figure? Go knock out 150 iPhones today. You see, that's how we get ahead in the world. Problem solved. Next up, a group of Brooklyn exchange students returning from Jerusalem got an unexpected surprise at the Newark airport when a cab driver mistakenly handed them a lost backpack. The Jewish students opened the bag to find a bunch of expensive items. What was it? Well, a diamond-encrusted pendant, Rolex watches, loose diamonds, and cash. Altogether, the items in the backpack worth over $100,000. What did they do? They found the owner, who works in New York's Diamond City district, and returned the bag to him. So it's good to see they're still honest kids with good values, right? Are you freaking kidding? And just like that, a real world example of kids who don't really need to be that focused on education, because clearly the boy who found this had his head so far up his ass he needs a peephole in its belly button to see where he's going. You had a bag full of diamonds, Rolex watches, and cash, a lot of it practically untraceable, and you thought, what I need to do is figure out who it belongs to? Were you just looking forward to a lifetime of assembling iPhones? Or you just hate being rich? Do you know how much action you could have pulled with that bag of treasures? I bet you could make a lot of magic with a couple of loose diamonds.
Man.
But you're going to feel guilty, right? Newsflash, Jewish people feel guilty about everything already. What's one more? At least you feel guilty with a busty college chick on each arm. And look, if a guy's dumb enough to leave a frickin' bag of diamonds and cash at the airport, then he gets what he gets, because I can damn well promise you, if I find a bag like that, I'm going to have it handcuffed to my left hand and a gat in my right. This is why our kids are soft. They got no larceny in them.
Man.
Sad, honest kids ruining it for everybody.
Telling
Go
you.
Florida. And finally, oh, this is great. It pays to know where to hide if an alien invasion is imminent.
Uh-oh.
A new study has calculated the odds and determined that these are the states that are your safest bet if ET decides to come to Earth and get nasty. Number 1, Virginia. 2, Alabama. 3, Massachusetts. 4, New York. 5, Minnesota. If you're curious, Arkansas was ranked all the way down at 27. Makes sense, right? Are you freaking kidding me? Okay, I might accept Virginia, but only because they have a massive naval base there. But beyond that, Virginia's for lovers, not a motto that strikes fear. And unless Alabama's sending the football team, they ain't got shit. Massachusetts, last time they had to scrap was the 1700s. Now it's all rich people who've never had to fight in their lives. They have lotion warmers and nannies. Will that stop the aliens? I don't think so. You know what Arkansas has? The largest largest collection of pickup driving rednecks with weapons on the planet. We all know Cooter's been waiting his whole life for this moment, and that combined with a rich history of gangbangers with switches and caddies tough as takes, and they'll be rolling down Broadway bumping Kendrick. They not like us, smoking big blunts and E.T. Between the two, the alien ship that lands here is in big trouble because it's going to have the metal stripped and be on concrete blocks within a half hour of touching down. They might fly here, but they're going to have to intergalactic Uber back. But that's assuming they can walk wherever that is before Cooter and Johnny hit them with a lasso attached to the back of the four-wheeler, and E.T. gets drugged to deer camp. 3 months later, old Cooter has a good full-body alien back from the taxidermist propped up with a ray gun by the fireplace. But that's okay. Trust me, these fools can sleep on the natty state if they want. But when the aliens show up, it's going to be Arkansas people who pull Americans from the brink of extinction. You're welcome, all you lesser states. We'll be waiting. All right, man.
You went on Cooter, man.
Yeah, I did. You got to go in on the homers, right? All right, man. Listen, we have got Fatboi Yo coming up, and Victor. I think they're here now.
Yes, sir.
We're going to play one quick song and get them in here and start this next round. So we'll be right back again.
As long as I can remember, I've been looking for love. I dance with the devil and I pray to above. I always thought that's what I should do. That's what I thought until I touched you. The way your curves feel under my hand, the way when we're done I can't even stand. Thought it was about being a gentleman. Turns out I didn't understand. It could have been the way your teeth sink in, or it could have been the smell of your skin. But something in you flipped a switch in me, and I need it switched again. My little movie theater plays all your turns, the carpet burns. Damn, did I pull your hair? Oh, burn on my wrist, savage in my blood. Damn, I wanna pull your hair. It could have been the way your teeth sink in, or it could have been the smell of your skin. There's something in you flipped a switch in me, and I need it switched again. I need it switched. I need it switched. I need it fucking switched again. It could have been the way your teeth sink in, or it could have been the smell of your skin. But something in you flipped a switch in me, and I need it switched again. I need it fucking switched again.
Man, we are back with a full house, and I am so excited about it. Let me make a couple introductions here so you know who we got. This is Victor. He is the Master P of Little Rock. He has a good fleet of rappers that work with him, and he helps guide them and get them going. And then over here to my right, you know Chad, so I'm not introducing him to you. To my right, it's Fatboi Yo.
Yeah.
So what's up, Yo, man? How you doing?
What's going on, man? I'm doing all right, man. Blessed to be here. I appreciate you for having me.
Oh, yeah, man. I'm glad to have you. Vic, talk a little bit about what you do in the community as far as helping these artists to get the recognition they deserve.
Man, what we do is just get them insight on how to push the drive, man, because I can't believe in you more than you believe in yourself. And then you got to have a team with you that's going to really rock with you. It costs $0 to push your friend, to push your individual homeboy that you rocking with.
Right.
So push them. Go out to those events. Mess with people like Patrick like this.
What up?
Yeah, they'll get you in the right spot. We got pulled up by one of our hometown boys, Chad Sledge, pulled us up. So we grateful for that. So as long as you continue to drive and push your people and get a budget.
Yeah. So, I know that in the world of music, particularly rap right now, it's really competitive, but there's a million people who think they can rap, right? There's a million people who think that, but they can't.
Yeah.
How do you help people hone the talent that have it and parse the ones that don't?
You got to be up to constructive criticism.
So you got to be able to hear you suck.
You got to be able to hear the fact that.
No, I get you.
But you got to have you can't keep that yes man.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Because
gotta
they
have
won't
some-
help you.
Yeah.
Have somebody realistic with you that's gonna be like, no, boss, that's not the song.
Yeah, you got to push
Right,
back a little
right.
bit.
But I'm not saying that to say that everybody music is different. There's every genre of music.
Right.
Just because I don't rock with what you got does not mean you cannot go to the top.
Right.
So
no, that's
I mean,
true.
yeah. So I mean, just don't keep that yes man.
All right, no, that's a great answer. That's a great answer. So, Fatboi, yo, as you go by. So, first of all, tell me a little bit about yourself and how you got into even the interest of rap.
Right on. Yeah, I go by Fatboi Yo, straight out of Conway, out the way, gas way, type shit. Man, I've been in the trying to rap, been rapping since a youngster. You know what I'm saying? Just growing up around it, being influenced by, the music, melodies, beats, and shit. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
who as far as rap goes, who
Yeah.
was an inspiration when you were younger to you?
We mean like rappers or like
Yeah.
just like
Yeah, like
around
rappers.
the hood, around the community type.
No,
shit.
rappers.
Rappers, okay. Man, I was inspired by like you said earlier, like the Master P's and fucking Zeros and like MJG and them.
Okay,
All
MJG, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
And,
Yeah.
and Pimp C and Bun them.
Rest in
That's
peace
the
to
era
Pimp C.
that I grew up on. That kind of gave me. I ain't gonna say my style as a sense, but it kind of gave me a foundation into the Boosies as I got older. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah. Boosie,
I ain't
love
a
Boosie.
YN, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a tad bit older, but nah.
I love Boosie though. Boosie cracks me up,
Boosie
man.
gonna come with it. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
but
Especially
Boosie-
that old Boosie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Back in the gap.
No, he cracks me up online. He says a lot of funny shit to
Oh, yeah,
me.
he gonna speak his mind for it.
Yeah.
For real.
So, rap, I grew up, of course, when rap, started out with the Beastie Boys, Sugar Hill Gang, all those guys that were running the scene, Nucleus. I mean, we can go back to Jam On It with Nucleus, But rap has evolved so much. And I think in the past probably decade, it's even gotten crazier. I mean, so many new sounds, so many new things incorporated into rap. How do you stay on the head of the curve and not be behind the curve?
Man, in my opinion, with it, you just gotta stay true to yourself.
Yes.
And don't get caught up in trying to give fans what they want, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? It's more just make them fall in love with who you is genuinely. So when you drop, it's like, man, we gravitate to him regardless because it's him. You know what I'm saying? Compared to trying to get caught up in, man, what they want to hear, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
Just because
sure.
you can't please everybody.
Right. Do you push yourself in with different ways to flow and do different things?
Definitely, I try not to put myself in a box. You know what I'm saying? I definitely got a main style,
Yes.
quote unquote. You know what I'm saying? But like, I try to wide range it, man. Like,
When did you first start rapping, actually
I
rapping?
live for real. I had my first little, like a mixtape type deal. I ain't gonna say deal, but it's just I had something going on with a local guy around, and man, I was probably like, what was that, like 13.
13, yeah.
Yeah.
I was probably like 13 years old.
So you were in
And I
your
was
room
locked in
cutting
the
tracks.
studio. Yeah, definitely. I'm leaving school.
Was the hottest.
Skipping school.
Was the hottest then.
Real talk, real talk. It's been a long, it's been a long journey. I done bumped my head a lot. You know what I'm
Yeah, well, don't we all? I mean, everybody does, and I think the journey textures the experience, right?
Yes, sir.
Straight up. Straight up.
I mean, look, whatever you've been through, it's going to flavor what you're doing next.
See, a lot of guys nowadays, I ain't mean to cut you off, bro.
No, you
A
good.
lot of guys nowadays, man, they lying about the narrative.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we ain't even got
No,
it. Hell, I'm trying to lie to clean up the goddamn narrative.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to clean up the damn a little bit. So, it's just, man, it's time. Yeah.
Well, I'm excited for you. So,
sure.
how long have you been working on this album that you're dropping?
Oh, well, to the ones who know the fans, I just did 4 years incarcerated. You know what I'm saying? I'm fresh.
Oh, you back out of Bar
Yes,
City.
sir. Yes, sir. I'm fresh.
Well, welcome back,
Yeah,
man.
no problem.
How fresh are you?
Fresh.
About 3 months.
Oh,
Yeah.
Fresh out the rapper.
yeah, you still get nervous at 9 o'clock. Oh, do I got to turn the lights
It's gonna
on?
be locked down right now.
Oh, is the lights going
Hey,
on?
like, man, I can still open the refrigerator.
I'll be honest with you. A friend of mine suggested I bring you a big box of ramen noodles today. I said, that's funny. I don't know how Yo's gonna take that. man.
I would have took them home. You hear me? I would have took them home.
He said,
I appreciate it.
yeah, that's cash, baby. That's cash money right there. I'm giving you.
Real talk. Real talk.
Yeah,
Nah,
no.
but I just got back, man, and so these projects that like I'm bringing today is a song called A Chance, and okay, for sure. And
you're good?
Yeah, I talk real low sometimes.
You got that good low tenor.
Yeah, the female, they love it.
No, tell me
You too?
about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
come on, man.
Nah, but
We go deep off here.
It's been like these few tracks I'm working on, so it's just been like you say, I've been home. Look, going on 4 months, and hell, I've probably been back recording 2 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Straight in the
You
studio.
got out and went right into the studio.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
I imagine you had some stuff written by that time.
I did. And what's crazy though, like I ain't used none of it yet.
Really? You hadn't even called on that.
It's just like that was, man. I hate to say it, like, man, that was just therapy for the time being. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like, I hate to say it, like they don't want to hear that yet. It's almost like they don't want to hear that yet.
Right.
They want to hear shit popping. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They want to hear the bullshit.
Yeah.
So to speak, because I say bullshit because it's a lot of shit that niggas ain't. Excuse me, but motherfuckers ain't having that.
Right.
For real, but that's what they want to hear. They not having that. They not really having that emotion.
Yeah.
But you really is going through these raw emotions over here on the side that I bring you.
So let me ask you this, if you don't mind,
Right,
since
for sure.
you said it. I'm curious to know the 4 years that you were there. Do you feel like that? It was nothing, or do you feel like that they legitimately offered you ways to make life better when you got out?
Fuck.
That's what I thought, man.
It was a
That's
struggle,
what I
man,
thought.
getting back to right, because we didn't have shit lined up to where he could fall back in place. It would have.
He's
Setback.
saying, so to speak, the penitentiary. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, hell nah. But see, I'm gonna
that's
keep
what
it a
I
rack
thought.
like on some shit like, man, it's programs in there, bro. So if you want to better yourself within in the penitentiary, if you trying to do something, it's ways. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna sit there and tell you like everywhere is chaotic. It is everywhere chaotic, but you got different penitentiaries and different programs you can go to
Right.
try your best to seclude yourself.
Yeah, you could RSVP and whatever it is.
Yeah, you can do that good, but we don't.
I don't know nothing about that. I mean, I don't know nothing about that.
But it's definitely safe havens, quote unquote. You know what I'm saying in that motherfucker. But we thugging.
We population.
Yeah, we thugging. I ain't gonna lie, we thugging. I ain't gonna lie.
No,
But at the same time, bro, that ain't no brag. That's just
No,
how I do my time in the sense of my comfortability.
So when you were there, would you say, mainly you just kept your head down and did your time and got out?
Facts. I
Yeah.
did my thugging, but I try my best not to get set back, man. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's good.
That's a time where God sits you down, bro. You know what I'm saying? And so you got to just take it in, bro. try to take this.
Yeah, no, I guess you do. No matter for what reason you end up there, whether legit, not legit, no, whatever,
Right.
however you end up in that box, you got to stop at some point and go, okay, God, what's going on
going
here?
on? Okay,
What's up here? Yeah.
What's the redirection? Like, what
Yeah.
we doing?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because you got one or two choices. You're gonna come out and keep doing it, or you're gonna come out and take the game.
And
up.
some people accept it. And I ain't gonna lie, that was my second time in. So my first time down, I accepted it. I knew I was coming back to the penitentiary.
Yeah,
I was leaving the junk 23, no kids, broke.
Yeah.
Well, you got me.
I'm coming back.
I'm finna go get this. Yeah, that's just because I was accepting my reality. I'm
Right.
shit like, man, I'm finna go back in the trap.
This
I ain't,
money.
yeah, I'm finna go get this bag, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't finna play. But I ain't gonna say I was satisfied with going back. It was just as long as I did more, achieved more, and made more money than I did the first time, I was competent with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was content with that.
yeah,
Even though that was the wrong mentality to have.
right. So now you
Oh yeah, it's over
different.
with.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're like,
we not
I'm
near
good.
going back to the penitentiary.
I'm good.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm full up. I'm full
Real
up.
shit, man.
My
Real
passport stamped. I can't go no more.
Yeah, it's over with, man.
Yeah.
They can close my file, seal that motherfucker up, burn that motherfucker.
They never see you again.
Yeah, it's over with.
No, I got you. I know somebody who he went the first time and he went back twice for procedural things, just not reporting
I see now.
things that you're supposed
You
to
ready?
report.
You ready to go back?
Yeah, it's like, man,
You
what
come out the door, throwing like that.
Man,
yeah,
listen,
you
I
wanna
wouldn't
get knocked
fart without letting them know if it meant I was going back. Are you kidding me, man?
out,
Hell
man.
no.
You already out. Why?
Right?
That's crazy.
That's why they say motherfuckers in this, on the inside, they be like, man, motherfuckers just be really going on furlough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
they love coming back to that motherfucker. I'm in there, man. At that point, I'm a youngster in there compared to it's a lot of younger guys, but
There's
it's
a lot of old heads.
Yeah, you feel me, man?
Yeah.
You be like, bro, youngster, how many times, man, I got a HK behind my name, and I got a P behind J behind my name. That's how many times you miss a touch like me. I got a B.
Oh,
That means
okay.
That's my second term.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay, so the letter
the letter,
signifies-
man, how the hell you got a G?
I got a double J.
Yeah, you got a J. Come on, man. That's retarded. That's crazy.
That's crazy, man.
And it be
That's
for
crazy.
real. So it's just like, brother, they making it, I ain't gonna lie.
So, you're putting out some good new music.
sir.
We're going to play some of that music here in a minute. But
sir.
my question to you is, what's it going to take to get that next level? What are you doing to get to the next level? What's on the horizon here for you?
Man, right now, it's, like I said, we fresh back at it. So we really just, back in the studio real
To
time.
reestablish your base,
To
reestablish
let them know we
everything.
really back out here.
Yeah.
I literally, as we was walking in here, man, literally had somebody slide up on the story and tell me like, damn, bro, I'm just not realizing like you home. Because
Well,
somebody's
don't
making
know.
fake
Well,
pages.
can you tell me this though?
Yeah.
How is Young Thug dropping albums from inside the prison, man? That's what I want to know.
I think it was old songs.
You think they mixed it? It was
Pre-recorded.
already
It was
done.
like pre-recorded.
So
yeah.
he didn't drop it in there. You don't
I
think?
don't, niggas have emotion though. They have emotion. They
You gotta
have
think
it.
about this. These guys right here, they recording the album. They were in the studio all night long.
Yeah.
Man, like I got 6-7 tracks made up.
Yeah.
When I leave, I got beats already ready.
Yeah.
Next track. That's what we're trying to do with him. Set him
I
up
got
just
you.
right.
Yeah. So you come in, the table's
dropped-
set. You just got to
dropped
put the meat on it.
Walk right into that motherfucking lab and get to go.
Boom. Just with a pen and a pad, baby, as Dre said, right?
Shit off top. No
Yeah.
pen and pad. We already got the pad written.
I know that's right. So tell me, as far as Team Drake or Team Kendrick, where you at?
I ain't gonna lie, man. I fuck with.
Yeah, that's a hard one, ain't it?
No comment.
Yeah.
Hey, we gonna take a shot off.
I stay neutral.
No, that's good. Probably a good call there. Probably a good call, man. I just trying to throw you in a trap. I'm sorry, dog. You saw me coming. I apologize for that, man.
Yeah, that's
trying to
what
start a
sent
little
me to the
trouble right
penitentiary
here.
2 times.
Kendrick have you back there again. He not like us.
Real talk, man. Real talk.
Yeah, no, I feel you, man. I feel
Neutral.
you. Yeah, minor. Anyway, so you said kids. Do you have kids now, man?
Yeah, I do. I got one daughter. She's 5. Like I said, I did 4 years. So when I left, she was 1, man. So
Okay, so you getting reacquainted now?
Definitely.
Yeah. Well, good, man. That's it's so
it's
helpful.
dope though. Like you said earlier, like bro, I'm gonna keep it a rack with you, bro. The time, like when you get jammed, like the time ain't shit, cause you kind of already accept that will come with that type of shit. It's the people out here that you leaving out here who, you know what I'm saying?
Suffer, yeah.
Because they
Yeah,
didn't.
you
they,
just doing time. They missing out.
They didn't know that. They didn't know it was gonna feel like this. They didn't know that this time, or you know what I'm saying?
No, she didn't understand what that was.
Facts.
But she gonna know he's there now,
Oh,
right?
yeah, man.
Yeah. Yeah. What's it? Wait, may I ask her name?
Malia, man.
Malia. That's a beautiful name, man.
appreciate
And
it,
she's
man.
5?
Yes, sir. She'll
That's
be
awesome.
6 in June.
6 in June, man. That's
And
great.
she ain't
man.
she ain't letting me forget it either.
Well, no, they ain't gonna let you forget that, man.
It's a beautiful thing, though. I love
Like
it.
you done missed 5 birthday. 4
Real talk,
birthdays.
she ain't
You gonna
letting up.
stack me up this
For
time?
real, she ain't
No, I know what she look. I get it. Hey,
She don't
Malia.
let me leave the house too long.
Daddy, Malia.
Daddy,
Hey,
real talk.
I'm gonna tell you. Holler. I'll tell you what to ask for.
Real talk, man. She ain't playing.
I have you go, man, Vic, you're gonna have to help me. Patrick did me in, man. He got Malia asking for all this.
At the mall everywhere.
She trying to get a horse, man. What are you talking about?
Hey, you got 10 acres, so we
Yeah,
real talk.
There you go. Vic, let me ask you this question, man. If let's say that somebody watches this and they're like, man, I feel like I got game and I want to try. I want to know if I got game. You know, can they approach you, talk to you, find out if maybe you're a guy that can lead them or direct them where they need to be?
Man, on Facebook, I'm Victor Cooper. DM me.
Okay.
On Instagram, I'm 501 King Vic. Man, I love giving support, man. This is what I tell people. Just because we don't know you, don't mean we don't like you. Let me get to know you.
Yeah.
Bring your music. I'm as long as you up for constructive criticism.
Yeah, you got to
Now,
take
I'm not gonna lie to you.
No, you're not gonna make them feel like they're Kendrick if they ain't.
Coop is
No,
good people,
they
though,
not
man.
like. But I'm not gonna blast you. But
Right.
like I said, I'm gonna let you know, like, hey, like I say, and don't take my opinion to heart because everybody has different flavors of what they like,
Right.
different
right.
genres.
That's right. No, that's right.
You may not be in the genre that I like, but don't take my saying, hey, work on it a little bit more. It's you not got it.
Vic, tell me this. Tell me an artist that you like that people might be surprised by.
Let me see.
Fatboi, yo.
I'm gonna say you Fatboi Yo.
That's a good one. No, it ain't Fatboy Yo. Everybody know you mess with him. Come on, man.
Millie's.
Yeah.
Millie's.
Okay.
I rock with Millie's. Millie's hard to me.
Okay. All right. Who's an artist that you like that people might be surprised by? Yo.
Surprised by,
Yeah.
man.
Like Selena Gomez.
What's crazy? What's that track that but it's a guy that man had what is
He's trying. It's just
I'm
there.
trying, man.
It's there.
Look, it's
It already sounds like Ed Sheeran, whatever you
Don't take these beautiful things that I
did. Yeah. Yeah.
That's hard.
Okay.
That's hard. He went crazy.
I know you talking
Yeah,
about.
I
went
know what you
crazy.
mean. Yeah,
went
okay. What's your go-to movie, man?
Blow.
Oh, that's a great
Hey.
with Johnny Depp. That's a good one right there. That's
I can cut that on. It don't matter.
And I
I might go to sleep on it.
I can
I'll
feel
wake
my
up
face,
and start it back over.
I know that's
face.
There's a lot of cocaine. Cocaine's a hell of a drug. So what about you? What's your go-to movie, man?
I'm damn near with him. Blow.
Yeah.
I figured you'd say Belly.
Not, well, see,
I can kiss a good belly.
Belly, yeah.
Shadows.
But
I was gonna say Forrest Hump. Have y'all seen that?
Bro, Forrest Gump, that might.
No. Forrest Hump.
Never seen it.
It's a different version.
Never seen that one.
hey, shh.
Never seen that one.
I might have started that one.
Yeah, that's the right answer. That's the right answer right there. Now we're doing something. Now we're talking right now.
God damn it,
That is
Patrick.
correct.
We supposed to keep that on the hush.
Yeah, I know, man.
See, that's what I'm saying. I ain't do that time for telling on myself. I wasn't in nothing.
Listen, if people want to get your music,
Yes, sir.
how do they do it, man?
Man, I am on all your major streaming platforms, man. Spotify, Tidal, iTunes,
Yeah, all of it.
all of it, man.
Everywhere,
All of it.
everywhere.
It's Fatboi, Fatboi, yo.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes,
Fatboi space YO. That's on all.
Gotta
social
get them
media.
for the price go up.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
social
no.
media platforms, IG, Facebook.
Now, one more question I have. Do you have a live performance coming up anytime soon?
I do. I got a show on the 12th. That location is posted on my social media.
Okay, so you go follow Fatboi Yo
Yes, sir.
on social media.
Yes, sir.
Get his live performance dates and go check him out. Go support him. Go check him out. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to play a song here in just a moment.
Yes, yes.
Vic, any last words, man?
We also got another thing with the hometown boy D Sewer, DJ D Sewer in Fayetteville.
Another interview, man.
105.3.
Okay.
Hey,
Yeah, we
showing
appreciate
love
y'all
to
for
us.
having us too,
Yeah.
man. You
Showing
know what
love,
I'm saying?
showing
I heard
love.
you just had your 100th episode.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to that, man. You know what I'm saying? That's some good shit. There.
Appreciate it, man. We just
Milestone.
Nah, keep going, bro. Keep going.
we-
Yeah, I
we
love
keep
it.
doing
I
it.
swear to God, I love it, bro.
We have a good time here.
love
We
it.
cut up
That's
a little
what's
bit.
up,
All right, everybody. Well, we're going to take a break, and I'm going to go ahead and play this track for you because you need a little Fatboi Yo in your life today.
Yeah, whole lot of TTD, you did. Tennis shake back. I want the money long like chain smoke. Had to get it back on track. On I don't need them around. How I feel about it, that's that. I watch fall being prideful and I ain't going out like that. Playing around with these racks. Take it, she ain't coming back. I'm well connected like the internet. A chance, I just needed that. Run it up and then you triple up and then you reach down and bring your partner back. I fell in love with how she throw it back. I broke her heart and I ain't lying to you. I'll blow it back, trying to get her back. We going up just like the ceiling fan. I can plug them, I'm the middleman. ARPs with a 50 round drum just in case I gotta kill a man. I learned that the game, man, for itself like we all playing killer, man. Turkey bags, I'm a dealer, man. What you need, I'm your pusher, man. Romeo bar, cool jacket. Young dress high fashion. Glock 19, no lacking. Really ain't to get active. Trucker just said it landed. Everything going just like we planned it. Mama don't cry, we'll make it. Back at the back, I'm faded. Look, tryna come have my baby now. Mission aborted. I told the gang we standing on business. No, we will not be extorted. When I perform, they knowin' my word. It got me feeling important. When I'm in public, I keep me a fire. They ain't doing me nothing. Threw my young boys out the cage. I just can't do the minimum wage. I'm probably too stuck in my ways. These better behave. Keep a cut, I ain't talking about a save. Keep my head, I'm going through phases. Constantly going through changes. Young taking me faces. Step back, give me some distance. Ballin' like I'm with the Pistons. Got like 60 P's up in the Hilton. Keep it solid, young ain't shifting. Texas T, no lifting. Pop the addy, no snoozing. They was banking on me losing. Like who the is you fooling? Feeding it. P, heavy too, lil' bro spooking it. Zion to go with that switch, you can get hit in it. But play it cool and stick to the rules, then you can get rich in it. All of my get money. Tennis shake back. I want the money long like chain smoke. Had to get it back on track. On I don't need them around. How I feel about it, that's that. I watch fall being prideful and I ain't going out like that. Playing around with these racks. Take it, she ain't coming back. I'm well connected like the internet. A chance, I just needed that. Run it up and then you triple up and then you reach down and bring your partner back. I fell in love with how she throw it back. I broke her heart and I ain't lying to you. I'll blow it back, trying to get her back. We going up just like the ceiling fan. I can plug them, I'm the middleman. ARPs with a 50 round drum just in case I gotta kill a man. I learned that the game, man, for itself like we all playing killer, man. Turkey bags, I'm a dealer, man. What you need, I'm your pusher, man.
If you want to, you can. We're getting ready to wrap up, actually, but you're welcome to sit down. I'm getting ready to, first of all, let me run down a few sponsors that I need to cover real quick. If you're looking for some relief from inflammation or anxiety, and maybe you can't deal with the, euphoria, you don't want to mess with weed, maybe you can't do it because of your work, something like that. A lot of people use medical marijuana, but CBD you can use. And I'm going to tell you what, if you go to bantx.com, it's bantx.com, that's Botanical Alchemy Nutraceuticals, okay? It's a big name, but what does it mean? They make a custom blend CBD for you. So it's tailored to your exact specific needs. Here's the thing that's really good, it's sublingual, okay? So if you take a gummy or a pill, that's going to take, you'll only absorb 20%.
Yes.
And it's going to take at least an hour. You go sublingual, it's 80% absorption, and it's nearly instantaneous. So
Don't feel it.
yeah, if stress and anxiety is an issue, you put a drop under your tongue, 30 seconds later, man, boom, you're feeling much, much better. It really does work that way. So check that out. Also, let me make mention that if you're looking for some financing for a home, check out First Horizon Bank and Josh Taylor. Josh has some amazing products, those $9,000 grants for you out there. If you're shopping in certain areas of Little Rock, if you are a first responder, if you're a professional like a doctor or lawyer, you're going to qualify for up to $9,000 in grant money to use towards your down payment or closing costs.
Did you say 9,000?
$9,000, man.
Man.
Yes, I just had a couple. I was telling him yesterday that he got into a home. First-time buyers bought a home. They spent a total of $2,000 to move into this brand-new home they got. So that's pretty good, man. That's pretty great.
You better go get that. You better go
Yeah,
get that.
that's right. That's right. You want to get that for sure.
Who you going to see?
You're going to see Josh Taylor over at First Horizon Bank. That's what you want to do right here in Arkansas. And then don't forget, it's New Brew Friday over at Stone's Throw Brewing, 402 East 9th Street. Go ahead, go over there. They've got 14 brews on tap. Go get you some of that. And don't forget to stop in Monday for those $5 crowlers. Tell them that you heard it on the show. You get it for $4.50. All right?
Yes. Good deals. Good
Those
deals.
are good deals. Now, I do want to thank you, Chad, for coming
Thank
in
you, as
today very
always,
much.
man.
As always, I want to thank our guests, Yo and Vic here, for coming in and hanging out. We're going to wrap this up with
Got to.
something crazy here, man. XFL Jim is back.
Oh, shit.
If you don't know XFL Jim, you will. Okay, here we go.
Hey folks, Patrick and the People Jim here to give the Patrick and the People spiel to the Patrick and the People viewers, which are you. And you know what? This is a beautiful time of year. This is a very special episode. This is the UFL Week 1 preview episode. I'm bringing on a very special guest, UFL Jim, to talk all things United Football League. Maybe Arena Jim will play a little thing going on. But also we're talking a little NFL news. There was some moves going around, some trades being moved, some players wanting to feel things out. Let's get into it. And best part of today, I'm not even wearing pants. Check it out, huh? It's XFL Jim on Patrick and the People. That's right, folks. We have the wild, we have the crazy, we have it all for you and your loins, your luscious, lavacious loins. It's time for the weekly roundup with XFL Jim, brought to you by Patrick and the People. Before we get to the meat of the show, which is, of course, the United Football League, talking with my good buddy UFL Jim, there was a little bit of NFL news. So Stephon Diggs moves on to the Patriots, and Russell Wilson to the Giants after Jameis Winston, of course. So the quarterback room for the New York Giants is Russell Wilson, Jameis Winston, and Tommy DeVito. It's a who's who of great quarterback play over in New York. I kind of want to just see a camera in there just to see what the locker room situation is like. It's got to be something very, very entertaining at the very least. I don't know, man. I kind of want a team just to take Jameis on full time, and I get wanting Russell Wilson. He probably gives you a higher floor, but I think Jameis offers you a potentially higher ceiling. I think he has things out there that he could do that we've seen the past couple years that Russ just cannot do. Now, for the bigger move, in my opinion, the right now move is the Patriots signing Stephon Diggs, and I think this is a help your rookie quarterback out situation, maybe get him involved. This seems like a win now move, but I don't think the Patriots are in win now mode, so that strikes me as a little weird. We're not done with the whole quarterback carousel yet. Now people are predicting Aaron Rodgers to the Steelers. Where does Kirk Cousins go? Because it sounds like he wants out of Atlanta. There's a lot of moves still to be had. And the NFL season truly, truly never stops. It's at this point in the show I'd like to welcome our very special guest. Everyone give a warm round of applause to UFL Jim, United Football League Jim. it's great to have you here on my weekly roundup presented by Patrick and the People, and thank you to him once again. I have a few questions for you. This is always a wonderful time when I get to have very special guests on. So the UFL season's beginning. There's been a little bit of turmoil from what we've seen. Would you like to address the coaching situation, the staff situation in DC, in Memphis, and would you like to discuss anything to do with the union versus league talks going on right now? Oh boy, that is one heck of a question, Jim. There's been a lot of chaos these past few days in particular. I, for one, thought that the issue with the players' union and the league was going to be the leading thing going into the season. There's been some bumblings of a potential strike going on. I don't see that going forward whatsoever. But the big chaos, the big what have you going in are the coaching moves. So Reggie over in DC, Mr. Barlow, decided to up and move to Tennessee State. And not just him, he's taken his whole staff, it seems, with him. The interim head coach, who was the O-line coach, the OC's probably going. Old Greg over at DC, Mr. Dr. Heat. He's taking everybody, and it's not just DC either. Ken Wisenhunt, for the Memphis Showboats head coaching position, he decided to leave as well. His was for more personal reasons. We don't know the details behind that. I understand plenty personal reasons. Sometimes I have to leave things that I have given myself to for a plethora of reasons. That's why I always keep a card down at the local liquor store in case I need to run down, so to speak. But there's been a lot of chaos going in. It's going to be nice just having pad on pad, cleats to turf, you know what I'm saying. I'm looking forward to it immensely at this point. Moving into the actual season itself, do you have any overarching storylines you're trying to keep an eye on in 2025? Oh, storylines? Well, a couple new ones just sort of popped up. I'm excited to see what happens with the DC Defenders and the Memphis Showboats now they're under new management, so to speak. I think DC really only kept their GM, and kind of anyone else who stays, you feel like they're coaching on borrowed time. And Memphis, they brought in a new quarterback. They brought in a lot of new pieces. And now I was excited with Ken Wisenhunt leading the fray. And now all of a sudden everything gets switched up there. That storyline of just, will these teams sort of come together? Will these players come together and become stronger? Or is the chaos and the situation can become too much? And are things going to be too, just chaotic, and will these teams sort of fold on this season? That's one storyline. I'll give you two more. Another one is, can Birmingham go for the 4-peat? I will say this, never been done. I don't care if people think it has been. It's never been done. And the Stallions are on the precipice of a once-in-a-lifetime run. It is something that we have never seen before and will probably never see again. And say what you want about the Birmingham Stallions. Love them or hate them. It's exciting. And my third storyline is, will we have some breakout players, sort of like we had last year? We had Jake Bates. The kickers overall in the UFL in 2024 were something to watch. I wonder if we have any other position group, anything else going on. And just a little bonus one for you. I wonder what it's going to be like going back to the old XFL style of kickoffs, the dynamic kickoffs that many people saw in the NFL this season. Guess what? They're coming back to the UFL. Part of the UFL, the XFL, the ones who started that kickoff to begin with. So something to keep an eye out, Jim. Oh, those are going to be good. That's a good one. Are there any breakout players that you are excited to see this season? Not necessarily players who have kind of been around and we know what to expect out of them. We've seen plenty, but players who are maybe playing their first season in the league or very new to the era, like the style of spring football, who you think can make an impact right away this season. Breakout players. Let me give you three. So first off, we have Ronnie Perkins from the Birmingham. He's on the D-line. And this is because the Stallions have a history of developing players. Ronnie Perkins is someone that you're really going to want to watch out for. Great last name from a trash breakfast place. If we're going breakfast joints, I'm going to go Waffle House, then IHOP, then Denny's, then way underneath it's Perkins. And I hope Ronnie Perkins sort of lives past his name, so to speak. And another one is Cornell Powell. He's a wide receiver for DC. Again, can he get through the chaos? But also, we've seen Clemson players, specifically wide receivers, do a lot of damage in this league, and I'm excited to see how he shapes up. And third, certainly not least, is Steel Chambers. He's a Memphis Showboats linebacker. You may remember him from Ohio State. He was on plenty of all-name teams back in the day. He plays with a lot of fire, a lot of heart. I want to see what he does here, and I want to see if he can kind of, again, overcome the coaching situation down with the Showboats. So those are your three: Ronnie Perkins, Cornell Powell, and Steel Chambers. 3 players to keep an eye on in 2025. Okay. Last 2 questions are predictor questions. Give me your playoffs, and then give me who will win it all. Oh, Jim. Playoffs and championship. Well, all I can hope for is that we have a much closer playoff race than we did last year, where Birmingham had it locked up by, I believe, week 7. I'm looking for excitement. I'm looking for hype. But if I had to go off my prediction, I'm going to say in the USFL conference, we're going to have the Birmingham Stallions facing off against, I'm going to go crazy here with you, the Houston Roughnecks. You heard me right. For the XFL side, I'm going to have the San Antonio Brahmas facing off against the Arlington Renegades. And then in the championship game of, let's see, the Brahmas make the repeat and the Roughnecks do the unthinkable. They make the championship game. They do it. They go on the run, but they're snuffed out by Wade Phillips and the San Antonio Brahmas. The Brahmas are your 2025 UFL champion. Call me a contrarian if you want, but I truly believe that Houston will surprise people. Very interesting picks. Let me hit you real quick, Jim, with my UFL power rankings. This is mine, Patrick and the People, Jim's power rankings. And we don't need to hear yours right now. These are mine. So get out of here. Get out of here. I'm gonna do mine, and you're gonna get out of here. So at number 8, we're gonna have the Memphis Showboats. It's rough when you're losing your head coach like this. I understand it's probably for personal reasons, but it's kind of rough. Honestly, these are already set in stone, and I can't change them once I write them down. Otherwise, Memphis would probably be number 7, because at number 7, I have the DC Defenders. You lose everybody. You're losing your head coach. He's going to take the interim with him. It sounds like the DC's going. It sounds like the O-line. Sounds like this entire staff is just going bye-bye in DC, which sucks for the fans, sucks for the players, but, I mean, opportunity for the coach, I guess, too. So, whatever. Number 7, the DC Defenders. At number 6, it is the Houston Roughnecks. I like the moves the Roughnecks made. I like a lot of things that they have going on, but I don't like the head coach. I just don't. And I don't think that'll change this season. I don't think the Roughnecks will really rise in my rankings. In fact, they might even fall depending on how the season goes. At number 5, give me the Arlington Renegades. Bob Stoops napping on the sidelines. No headset in. He doesn't give a hell. He doesn't give a hell whatsoever. And Perez, old, washed, maybe. Who knows? I don't think so, but maybe. And the Renegades, there are a lot of close games, but I don't trust them. At number 4, it's the St. Louis Battlehawks, breaking in a new quarterback. Lots of weapons, lots of good stuff going on. Anthony Becht, maybe a bit of a doofus, but who knows? That's why they're at 4. At number 3, it's the Michigan Panthers. This team has a great defense. I like Perkins at the quarterback position. I am excited to see how they step up from where they were last year. Although, tough to replace a player like Jake Bates, the best kicker in the league. it's going to be interesting to see how they kind of balance that out in the kicking game. At number 2, it's the San Antonio Brahmas. I think Mond is a step up in quarterback play from Garbers, who they had last year, and I like Wade Phillips as a coach a ton. This team is going to be good yet again. And at number 1, it's the Birmingham Stallions. They're the epitome of like what to do right with this level of football. They do everything right. They have a great defense. They have great special teams. They have great development. They have a fantastic quarterback getting Alex Magoo back. And yes, it's all Stallions, baby. Until someone else knocks them off, it's the Stallions' chip to lose. That's how I'm viewing this. That's how you should view it. Hey there, guys. Arena Jim here to tell you why arena football is the best thing you can watch in person, on TV, on your phone, while you're pooping, while you're peeing. It is the best. Do you like beer? Do you like family events? Do you like garages? Do you like things that are inside in a climate controlled environment? Do you like fast pace? Do you like points? Do you like blowouts sometimes? Do you like close games sometimes? Do you like brawls in malls? Well, arena football is the game for you. I'm Arena Jim, the spokesperson for all of arena football. You got your IFLs, your NALs, your AF1s, your AF2s, your AF Skadoodles, your IF2s, your IF Needles. You got it all. You got it all with arena football. The best of all worlds. Who can count to 11 anyway? You don't have an 11 fingers. All you need is some good, clean, old-fashioned wide receiver running with the ball, nets to reflect balls off of. It's all here in arena football, and you should watch it. Watch it, or I will come, and I will find you, and I will come again. All right, folks, that'll do it for this episode of the weekly roundup presented by Patrick and the People. I appreciate you watching. Please tune in. The XFL Gym YouTube channel and Twitch channel will be doing live streams, watch-alongs for every single UFL game that I can make it to. I can't promise every single one because sometimes family stuff comes up, sometimes things come up, but you understand. Yeah, I know you understand. But this Friday we are doing a big one. So literally, while you're watching this, look up at what time it is. There's a UFL game Friday night. We're watching that game. Sunday night we'll be watching that game. I will be posting on every social media I have before we do these watch-alongs. They're super fun. There's a lot of rules. There's a lot of fun things going on. It's a little gimmicky, but it's a blast. Tune in. I appreciate you guys. Thank you, Patrick and the People. Thank you all for watching. And it just, from the bottom of my heart, stay frosty.